internet issues. I'm quite dubious as to whether this is going to work, but fingers crossed. We're live.
That's all right.
If we're live, hi, I'm hoping you can all hear me. Just bear with me a few seconds. I'm having internet issues, so I'm trying to make sure I've got a clear connection and everyone can hear us and see us properly. I've got my daughter on the sidelines there, just keeping tabs on everything. I'm not able to see the chat room. CC, I'm not sure if you're able to see the chat room. But,
I can't. I don't know how to do that.
We're live. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's Sunday evening in London. It is about 7 minutes past 10 where I am. What time is it where you are, CC?
Oh, it's 5:10 here in the PM hour on a Sunday evening.
Cool. I'm here in London. Where are you, CC?
Here in Westchester County, New York.
Cool. So this isn't our first public conversation about Flat Earth research. This is, how many conversations have we had now, man? I can't think.
Oh, God. I mean, it's been a lot.
I can't count them.
Yeah. I mean, and so many that were lost, too. I mean, 17 hours.
See the one that we had for the 6 hours, dude. Like, see that first one that we had? It was just like it was a marathon conversation. I keep saying to everyone, if I had £1 for every time we'd said, should have hit live on that one. I feel that
we should have. Really
organic one when it's not in public. That's why I want to get much more comfortable with having like a full-blown public conversation. You know, just so that one can do it in restaurants, one can do it in bars, one can do it as you are right now. What did you say just before we went live, Cece? Some people beside you.
Well,
right?
My car is parked in front of my apartment, and I got a couple here that I don't know what's going on, but you know, I have a couple things that I might be able to give them that might wake them up to the reality that we're in right now, that we've all woken up to. And we'll see what happens.
Cool.
We'll continue the conversation.
So right now I'm blind to this. All I can see is you, CC. All I'm dealing with right now is seeing you. Just looking in the chat room right now. I've just got a few issues to deal with before we maintain with our conversation that I just need to handle. I need to grab my daughter's phone. So CC, if you just bear with me a second and everyone.
Sure, no problem at all.
I need to grab my daughter's phone real quick. And I just need to check who's moderating the chat just now. For our sakes and everybody else's sake. So hopefully everything's fine. And I must say thank you to everybody for tuning in this evening. I did plan to go live today, but I wasn't really sure what time we were going to be able to confirm. I had a full-on day. I know Cece's got a full-on day as well. So I'm just grateful that we can be here. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Sultan of Symmetry. Flat Earth Dude, thanks for tuning in. Chills to Deluxe, Stephen Watson, thanks for tuning in. Daniel Reza, the Aussie Drama, thanks for tuning in. Jason Tomlinson, Bob Bice, Pat Mustard, John Thor, thank you for tuning in. This is something I wanted to get to right now. I wanted to get to the moderators. I'm massively, these words, there's not really anything in the language that's going to be able to convey to everybody right now how much I massively appreciate the support of who's moderating this chat right now.
That's excellent.
I've come a long way since making my first live hangout. I was, encouraged to do so.
I just want, that was just amazing what you did. I mean, that really is. I was getting these emails. I wanted to post them. I didn't know you wanted me to deal with them. But I mean, that really, the banner out in London, I mean, that's, what more can you contribute to the Flat Earth?
Casey, I want you to know that John Smith Globally, he's actually one of the moderators in the chat tonight. So that's why I'm grateful. I'm massively grateful for him giving me the time this evening and being here to help moderate the chat. The one thing I'm not going to tolerate anymore in my hangouts, is persuasive talk in the chat room. I'm not going to have anybody trying to spin anything off and create drama in the chat room. I think it's self-evident that the last hangout I had, which was a formulated, interview type of discussion with John Smith Globally and Jason and the Disbury family, I had some crazy stuff go down in my chat room, all to the point where if anyone looks at that chat now, it looks like I was having a conversation with myself, to the point where there's nothing left. So
really, wow, okay.
that was a boo-boo on my behalf, to be honest with everyone. And I should have done a better job at working out who was moderating my chat. But here I am, and here you are, and here the chat room is. So realistically speaking, I can't say enough thanks to John Smith Globeli, John Thor, Chilster Deluxe, Daniel Reza. But yeah, really and truthfully, this week's been a whirlwind, if I'm honest with you. And I want to say this to you, John Smith Globeli, Harry. Thank you so much for being here right now. And thank you so much for coming down here and spending the time with me, my family, and doing everything that we did this week. It was awesome. And I really am looking forward.
John, yeah, I have to give him all, you know what, John Smith, excellent. You know what, I'll tell you, yeah, I subbed here, so you know, excellent job.
This week was amazing. This week was amazing. You know, John Smith Globeli enabled me to do some things on my home turf that I've only been aspiring to do for years. And up until this point, I've only been doing more or less the same thing you do, CC. I just try and have human interactions with people, with with my mouth and my mind, and being able to do it with massive signage and some other people that I'd never met before in my life that I met that day. And words can't convey. There's nothing in the language in my book that I can say to convey how conscious expanding it was. It was just,
and that's, I mean, it brings everybody together, as, I mean, no matter where you are, no matter what continent, I mean, we're here talking about this, and we would have never met. Nobody would have ever met. I mean, you're meeting people, I'm meeting people that we would have never communicated in a million years, and here we are talking about what the truth is,
exactly.
And talking about the lies that have been going on, and just
it was
I'm just
really
so
surprising
happy that everybody's here. I really am.
Me too. It was really surprising to me how amazing it can be when people unite and when people, relatively communicate with each other without their egos coming to the forefront in whatever shape or form they take.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what happens. You connect with people and you have organic conversations and you help spread the word, which is what we're trying to do at this stage. We're trying to spread the word, and I'm trying to forget the we talk, forget the we Kimisabi. I'm on a quest to make it socially acceptable, talk about it, so that you're not ridiculed onto the sidelines and felt like you can't bring it up in public or it's some kind of dirty secret of yours. I don't like that kind of social conditioning that's going on with just even conversating about it in public. And it was really nice to see that, I want to let everybody know, just for the record, in the activism that John Smith Globeli has filmed, in a lot of those locations, namely Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Trafalgar Square, those individuals that were holding the banner up with me, I'd never met those individuals before in my life, neither had John Smith Globeli. They were people off the street that we had human interactions with, and they were more than happy to stand united with someone that they didn't know. I didn't know their Christian name. They didn't know my Christian, didn't know each other, but yet stood there united, holding a message, telling everybody, you've been lied to. Understand that first and foremost, you've been lied to. Number one, you've been lied to your whole life. And that, in the moment, really resonated with me. It resonated with me that within 3 minutes of talking to someone, I'm there holding a message with them. And the two guys at the monument, they were Spanish guys, and they were both up for it. They both saw what we were saying, and they were both fully on board.
Nice.
Asian guys.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys at Leicester Square, the Asian guy, his English wasn't, that great. The one at one of the guys at the Nelson's Column, his English wasn't that great, but the message conveyed nevertheless, and that for me was quite powerful. You don't need to go out there with people. If you just go out there and knock 100 doors, a lot of them are going to turn around and say, yeah, like the pub that we stopped at, we turned the banner towards the pub and it resonated with the pub. We didn't get ridiculed by the pub. The pub went, yeah, we know about that. Like, we know about the that. It wasn't about, instant gratification or anything. It's about showing the fact that not everywhere will ridicule you for this. Not some of the places that you think really would ridicule you.
They didn't at all. Yeah. It's funny because I had two people right here by my parking spot outside in front of my house. And I was really going to go up there and give them a couple of cards and tell them we're doing a live cast right now. And they took off. They left. So that sucks. That really does.
Don't worry. Try and communicate with 100 people. And eventually one of them will turn around and have a conversation with you.
Yep. Well,
they really will.
They will. They definitely will.
So what's been good in your end of the town?
Where to begin? Okay, so I put a video out, my last video, and it turns out that was no threat on me at all. It was a guy I spoke to about 8 months. It was about 8 months ago or 6 months ago I spoke to him, and I totally forgot. And he lives right down the street from my apartment complex. And apparently he knows my car, obviously, with vanity plates and everything like that. And I happened to go to the supermarket on that very same day, and he put that little note on my car. And it turns out, I saw him about a half an hour after I made that video. And he said, Chris, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do anything, but I'm just so glad, look, it wasn't some threat or anything like that. It was a guy who woke up, and that's excellent. He didn't know how to kind of come out to me.
Could you let everyone have the conversation private, please? I'd really love you to be inclusive and let everybody know if it's okay with you. How that situation came about. Obviously, if it's cool with you, probably leave the anonymity of the individual out because we're talking about them. But it really resonated with me when you told me because it was about planting the seed. You planted the seed a while back.
Yeah, absolutely. I told him everything I know. I told him everything that I know, and it went on. It was like a 45-minute conversation, and it could have been a 7-hour conversation, of course, but I kind of just crammed everything into a very short period of time for this guy. So it blew his mind. Obviously, it resonated, as you say, to that point where, now he knows. 6 months later, he's putting a note on my freaking car. And I'm like, Phil, you know what? I'm sorry, did I say Phil? All right, well, whatever. I did. It's out there. All right. I thought I give him in his privacy. But I told him, come on my... He doesn't want to come on my channel or anything like that. He doesn't want to do a live show or anything like that. I'm like, come on, Phil. Yeah, shit. Whatever.
But even still, the seed was planted. The seed was planted. And the thing is, what gets me is that no matter what way you come at this, no matter what way you start to look, if you start researching Flat Earth and you're taking your research seriously and you're not looking at stupid videos like Big Think and BuzzFeed and stuff like that, and you're researching into Flat Earth and you really start to try and prove to yourself stupidly that you live on a spinning ball, you kind of find out whether it takes someone 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3 years. Eventually, they prove to themselves that they don't live on a spinning ball. It's inevitable. Assuming any way with their research, they will get there eventually. So what I've come to the conclusion of is either A, they come to that conclusion and accept it. B, they come to that conclusion and go into denial. Or C, you come to that conclusion, don't go into denial, know it, and purposely lie.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, exactly.
If anything I've missed out there, by all means, anyone in the chat room, add any kind of formula you want into that kind of conveyor belt of fuckeries. But I'm one of the humans that's woken up, knows the earth to be flat. I've accepted it, and I'm trying to let other people know, go and do research. But the amount of cognitive dissonance that I encountered on the roads was insane. Like random cognitive dissonance to the point where you just think, wow, I really hope they find themselves, watch this and watch it back because they're going to see how stupid they sound. Especially the Burberry manager. Like the Burberry manager, he needs his head looking at. Man tried to use the excuse of I seen space debris with my eye. He first of all said saw it with his eye. Then he said he saw it through. He went no. It was a satellite. Then he said a telescope. Guys talking.
It's so bad, isn't it? I mean, come on.
I really wanted to say, don't get me freaking started. Don't freaking get me started.
Oh, come on.
I really wanted to go there with him.
How could you not? How could you not? You know, I mean, really.
So hopefully he'll have the 2 cents in his head to find this and look at what he said and then maybe think, okay, maybe I should look into this. I kind of silly saying that was, you know, when even the girl, when she was like, I don't even know. Like, I have to say it, like, can you hear yourself? You're saying you don't even know. Like, you actually you're wearing a NASA top and y'all don't know why you.
No, I mean, we were all there. You know, I mean, we were there. You know, we were there many years ago. I mean, we were just a little bit. I mean, we believed everything that they said, every single thing that they said, and we thought.
Yeah, I truly think at that level. Like we were all there. We've all been there. We all know what that feels like to have that level of cognitive dissonance in your indoctrination. But it's just there. It's just right there. You can't even see past it.
But it's amazing, though. It really is.
Come up with the first crap that you think. Even the girl that was, don't be silly. There's pictures. Don't be silly. Of course, there's pictures. Of course, there's pictures. Don't be stupid. But thanks for the picture. Bam, gone. And I just thought, wow, when she watches that back, she's really going to have to say, but what pictures have I seen now? And then you just think, right, Alpha State 9, innit? It's Alpha Beta State 9. She's like fully asleep in it. She's going to have to come up a few levels before she starts to realize, right, listen to the shit I'm coming out with to defend this. It's ludicrous when you see the kind of mesmerizing stuff people start doing. Like, explaining stuff without talking about stuff that isn't proven. It's insane.
No, nothing's proven. I mean, you're in a classroom, and all of this information, and I mean, every kid is going through it, and they're being told about information that has not been proven at all by anybody in terms of a scientific point of view. And I mean, there it is. I mean, everybody, and we were all there. We said yes, we accept this. Okay, look, you can tell me whatever at this point. And you can say that the sun is this far away and the moon is this far away and the earth was created and the sun now and from the moon just happened to take 2 billion years to get this close and now it's creating a solar eclipse. I mean, it's such a joke. It's just it really is. I'm sorry.
About the moon and stuff. See, when you just mentioned the moon, I got a little something for everybody right about now. Yeah, got a little something juicy information, and it's out there for everybody to find out. Yeah, I took the time to find this information out, and I'm getting myself comfortable saying this, or maybe strapping myself into the cushion as I say this. I responded to a comment on John Smith Global. He knows about this because I told him. Someone was like, oh, look at us, but I'm not quoting it, I'm just giving you my own words. No, having a go at me saying I was talking about NASA. Or was it Gem Panda? I think it was Gem Panda. Yeah, Gem Panda was talking about some smack about, that she's talking about NASA, talking about $52 million, and then she's getting it wrong, saying £1 million and rare.
Oh, come on, please. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 30. All right.
It inspired me. Those comments inspired me. I went, yeah, for real, I've missed a couple out. I missed a few out. European Space Agency, British Space Agency. I thought, bam, I'll give you one right now. British Space Agency, yeah? Between the year of 2016 and 2015, do you want to know how much all of us UK taxpayers were paying towards this lie? Let me break it down. I wish I'd flung this one to Teresa as well. But you know what? That was my first day popping off and pontificating on the roads. Trust me when I tell everybody, by the next time I go out on the roads, I'm going to have this refined a little bit, yeah? And I'm going to Teresa with this one. £1,160,438.36 a day. A day.
Okay.
A day. Just the British one. Just the British one. Take a look, everyone. We're getting mugged off out here. They can't bring the homeless off the street, but we can spend over $1 million a day on this bullshit.
So I'm gonna have to bring this up.
Don't freaking get me started. Oh, don't get me started.
Don't get me started right now. All right, because now I'm gonna go into the spacesuit.
So
I want to go into that. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Before the hangouts, I want us both to reach out. You've got your facts, yeah? $52 million a day, yeah? I've got my facts, over £1 million a day for my one. Can someone tell me what the European Space Agency is spending a day? Because where we're trying to come out of the EU, maybe we're going to stop putting into that now, yeah? But for every other European country out there, do they know what they're spending a day on this bullshit space hoax? Because everyone needs to get clued up on these numbers, because that's how much they're mugging everyone off for.
Yeah, and not only that, we have no proof about all this money that they're taking in, and we can't even see any scientific proof of any of this equipment that's actually working. You know, I want to see an astronaut inside of that spacesuit. I want to see that fucking, space shuttle. Can we even get near it? No, we can't. We can't even get anywhere near NASA at all. They have this thing quartered off like Fort Knox, but yet you're taking your money in, and here you are. You're spending $52 million a day, or 37, whatever it is in America here.
Bogus bullshit that they're dealing with. Bogus lies, and then for the kids.
And you can't even.
Everyone says, "Why am I so bothered about NASA?" I'll tell everyone why I'm so bothered about NASA. My education system in my country uses their image in their education system. That's what they're teaching my kids right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh God!
So don't get me started. Don't freaking get me started on that one. So I do have a gripe about NASA. I've got a genuine gripe about NASA because I got family in America. I've got auntie that lives in Hawaii. She pays her taxes. She's feeding into that hoax. So. For anyone else that's got family in America as well, you got family that's feeding into that NASA bullshit. We've all got a family that are feeding into the British Space Agency bullshit, and we've all got family that are feeding into the European Space Agency bullshit, and there's 1 million of them, related to just the Star Trek sign for the Chinese one. It's deep. It just looks like Star Trek. It literally is like the Star Trek advert. It's insane. And this is right there, hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, and that's the lie continuing on with Hollywood. Here it is. We've got all the Hollywood shows. Every Hollywood show that's in space has got this perfect load. It's got all the chemtrails, too. If you look back, chemtrails are going all the way back to the 70s, 60s. You can look. You got to look, guys. You gotta look. If you're listening to me right now, look at old tapes, look at old movies. You're gonna see these
especially
chemtrails.
The ones that are within our lifetime, because the ones that are out of our lifetime, I always firmly believe that history is written by the winners.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me one second.
All right, there I am.
Sorry, give me one second. Yeah, history is written by the winners.
Okay. Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree. I want people to wake up, and that's what we're all trying to do right now. And you've done such a great job. So far. I want to get out there, and I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to have to take a Sunday and go out in White Plains and sit out in front of the county courthouse and just put a fucking sign, okay? And just say, hey, look, the earth is flat. Here it is. We got some cards. We got channels here that you can look at and investigate them out.
We've got to keep going nowhere. I don't know about anybody else, yeah? But I'm mad about it. I'm mad. I'll try and be as calm, cool, and collective about this scenario as I can be, yeah? But underneath it all, the realness of it is I'm mad. Like, my daughter's going through her GCSEs. My son's in primary school. I've got children that's in the education system.
Yeah, I know. Children are the really the most aggravating thing that we all have to deal with.
They're like, bye, have a good day at the Indoctrination Center. I'll be back in a few hours to pick you up.
Yeah, exactly. And they have a big school bus that picks them up in a yellow bus and takes them to school. Every time I see it, I'm sorry.
Convey, yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. Carry on talking, Cece. I'm saying it conveyor belts them in, bro. That's exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I see that conveyor belt of the school bus that's picking up these children and bringing them into indoctrination.
Yeah.
You know, and that just every time I see a school bus now, I have a totally different look now. You know what I mean? Before
for me, their face lying to the children and telling the children not to trust their own senses, that it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, giving them conflicting information 24/7. It's
yeah.
You know, you've got the social services in place, yeah, because they don't want people to what's the word? You know, like when parents argue a lot in front of their children, yeah, they say it emotionally.
Yeah. Indifference. Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like there's some form of abuse going on by lying to children all the time. Like,
yeah,
I
mean, all the time, 24/7. And when you know, you can't even tell them. I mean, that's what really sucks about it, because, I mean, it's just so fucking annoying. I mean, at this point, pardon my French, but I mean, at this point, you know, you've got your child right now that's here being indoctrinated, and you're afraid to tell them, but you must at least plant the seed. You know, I mean, just plant the seed. Let them know that this is all fucking bullshit. Everything is a goddamn lie. And these, don't even get me started with these fucking games. All right, now, okay, all right. Let me get myself settled about this.
But it's real. That's the thing. It's real, though. It's real because whether you're a parent or not, even when you're not a parent, yeah, the amount of people that aren't parents that have nieces, nephews, godchildren, you know, really close friends that they associate their children as their, you know, their nieces and nephews. You know how it is. You know how it is with extended family. The amount of aunties I've got that aren't my blood that I call auntie and consider their children my cousins is insane. The extended of the extended of the extended. So one way or the another, you're attached to family children, youth. And when you see the level of bullshit that these kids are having to deal with nowadays, I thought it was my day. I genuinely thought it was bad in my day. But the amount of fuckeries that my daughter comes home and tells me that they try and kind of furthermore, while we're on this subject, can we talk about what you said about what you'd heard about certain Catholic schools? Can we mention that? Is that all right?
Absolutely. You know what? In Catholic schools here in America, from what I understand, my daughter is not learning science right now. I mean, they're more into a religion and everything like that, and that's fine, because she's never come home. I mean, she's only 8, but still, she has not come home with that big solar system, which I'm sure other parents are dealing with, that are out of the indoctrination, out of the sickness that we've all been dealing with. And as a father, you know, to actually put together a solar system, you know, for your daughter, when you know it's nothing but fucking lies, I feel bad for him. I haven't been able to deal with. Apparently, the Catholic schools, they're not doing it right now. They've kind of skipped science and they're going into it. But yet she's only 8. She's in 2nd grade, so I don't know what's to come. I mean that's such. I mean, kids are. When you wake up and you've got children, and I don't know what to tell people. I really don't. I just say, look, depending on what age they are right now, if they're under 10, just let them go through the system. When you feel like you want to wake them up, then wake them up. I've been putting little seeds around, little Easter eggs, shall we say. And she's finally come up to me and she asked me, Dad, is the earth flat or round? And I came out and said, look, it's flat.
Wow.
She now knows. So, I mean, but you know, I don't know.
Can you? I mean, what was her kind of body language as you said that? Did she kind of acknowledge it, or did you kind of go, or did you go?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking to somebody who's 8 years old, and I mean, it makes a really big impact, you know, as a father figure. But
sorry, just to ask you, you're right talking about this. Is that all right talking about this? Because I don't want to kind of go off piece too much and talk about family.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. But you know, my point is that she has to know, and I think every father who's in this situation has to know. has to teach their kids that, look, it's all lies. I'm not going to go too in depth, with it. I'm just going to say flat, and that's it, and I'll leave it at that. And she'll come up with more questions down the line. For now, she's got the seed.
The confidence in you to do that, I have to commend it, because the more of us parents, in fact, that brings me to something else I want to say. I went on Sun and Moon Family United this week. It was brilliant, actually. I didn't even know what to expect, and it was really cool. It was really, really cool. It was just so lovely to speak to people I'd never spoken to before, and have like a really amazing organic conversation that just kind of took so many turns, and we talked about so many things. And I think at one point I was on a panel with 10 other ladies. And
excellent.
It was ladies' night, and we got gate crashed though.
Oh yeah, I know. I was in there for a couple of, just like about 45 minutes. I missed a lot of it. Damn, that was great. Patricia was on there. There were a lot of people. Oh yeah, Sun and the Moon. Actually, I love them all. Excellent job on that.
ISS, and I feel really bad if I forget anybody, because there was so many ladies on there that
excellent, yeah.
I lost count. While I was on, there was another girl called Sarah Calder, and I just want to mention, and I hope I don't get this wrong. If I understand this correctly, this lady is an English lady, but she lives in very, very north part of the UK. And if I'm correct, she's an author. And let me just repeat her name, Sarah Calder, and that begins with a C, I believe. And she's writing a book, but it's a children's book. But it's a book about flat Earth. Now, she did go into some details about
excellent. That's where it's got to begin. That's perfect.
She had some difficulties with the publishing, but I think, however, she's navigated that by having to publish it. And she did say what her reservations were. As a fictional book, but it's the only way to get it on the shelves. And if it has to get out, it has to get out. It has to be those seeds are planted the same way the seeds are planted when they read Aladdin and they want to be Princess Jasmine and marry a guy and live a happily ever after. In that same way, the seed's going to get planted. And she was just awesome. And I've never spoken to that lady before. I didn't even actually know she existed before I hang out. Likewise with a lot of brilliant ladies that were on there that night, but we were gate crashed by the fantastic Astral Thief and the fantastic John Smith Globeli, who was at my house at the time.
What happened?
A glass of wine and pizza. I'd kidnapped him for the evening. Well, my partner kidnapped him. My fiance asked him to stay over. So we had wine, pizza, and I gate crashed with John Smith Globeli, so that was
excellent. I'll tell you, if I ever make it out to London, you are going to get a call from me.
Oh, big time! Welcome, Cece. Definitely bring the fam over.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a great country, actually. There's much to see. Really, you need like a 4 or 5 week holiday to come and see everything. There's all of England. Yeah. Scotland, there's Ireland, there's Wales. Oh, it's awesome over here. I'd love for you to come over. I'll show you the whole country if you come over. Come on over, mate. Don't get me started, Cece. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started now, all right?
But yeah, with what we were saying, now I can't see. That's what I'm saying. I should remember what I was saying. But we had an awesome conversation.
That's the whole point of this conversation. Is it's unscripted. It's just that's it. That's all it is.
The party on there.
Why can't I see the people on the chat at all?
I'm blind as well, by the way. I'm just so everyone watching. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in to this public conversation. No. I'm blind right now. My router's working. The lights are all green. I'm not getting anything. I've tried restarting it.
It feels like you're on Mars.
Everything.
Elon, it sounds like Elon Musk picked you up and took you to Mars over there.
I'm doing things off of the iPhone hotspot. This whole hangout is being brought to you tonight.
There you do. You sound like you're on Mars right now. Breaking up. What is that?
iPhone 5.
All right. Operational difficulties. It must have been, well, what do they say on the Discovery Channel? I mean, on when the hell was that thing that exploded back in 1988? Oh, I lost you. Shit. No, couldn't have. It's possible. It's impossible. You're live right now. I'm getting a live signal right now. Discovery Channel Challenger.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, said that there must have been operational difficulties before the thing blew up, when we all knew it didn't blow up.
My house internet.
Oh no, you there? I have no picture, nothing, and I got a lot to talk about right now. Damn it. Shit. Can't get interrupted right now. Damn it. No connection.
Right, okay, I'm here.
Are you there? Oh, there you are. Okay. Left the call. I got you back. All right, good. Why do I look a lot fatter? Ah, damn it.
Okay, I'm
Join the
hoping.
call, yeah.
I stuck with it. Don't worry, I stuck with it. It's all good. I'm just gonna go off camera for a minute just to help my signal somewhat. Okay.
Okay.
Because it's struggling a little bit, but it's like I jinxed myself. Okay. Can you still hear me, Cece?
I can see you, Roxanne.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm having major issues with my internet this evening, so if it lags in and out, just bear with me, everybody. I'm trying to work with it.
Can I do it on my end?
No, it's absolutely fine your end. I'm just, as we're speaking just now, I'm just trying to get feedback and work out what's going on in the chat room. So I don't know what's going on. We are live. We're still live. We momentarily lost connection. It's still
Okay.
live hangout. But I
All
just
right,
need to.
we're dealing with operational difficulties here. Sorry.
Yeah, operational difficulty. So Cece, if you just want to talk to everyone, we've still got viewers, so carry on talking to everyone. I'm just going to get verification of what's going on in the chat room just now. Just bear with me, but by all means, carry on talking.
Yeah, I would love to know who's in the chat room. That would be great. But I guess, how do I do this? I can log on. Well, who is ever in the chat room? There's got to be some people I know. I think so. I don't know. All right. Not very good at doing this.
Okay. Yeah, it's all right, Cece. I'm here. I just grabbed another device.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it went off for a sec, and now we're back. So to everybody in the chat, thank you to the Martin Smith, the Deluxe.
Right, let me try to get on your channel.
My darling, thank you so
Lost
much
it.
for tuning in. Concerned City, so much for tuning in, bro. I fully appreciate that. CC, from what I can see, so we've got two CCs in the house. We've got Concerned Citizen and we've got you, CC. We've got two of you in the house.
All right.
So
actually, I think I'm seeing 58 people watching right now, and I'm seeing the top chat. Oh, there we go. I got it. Okay. You see, the problem is I can't. All right. Hi, CC. All right. Walter Williams. There he is. Okay.
All right.
Richie B. Flat. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have to turn the phone around.
I'm loving that.
Do a panorama on that. Yeah, but now I have it. I see how they're doing it. I got
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay,
hopefully
so I can't see what I said.
can everyone see us? If someone in the they can hear us and still see what's going on, that'd be great, because on the device I've got, it's not coming through properly. So, but according to my can you hear me?
Oh, Bling Bling is on there. Excellent. There she is. Beautiful. I love her. Excellent.
Hello, my darling. Thank you so much for tuning in, Bling Bling of the ISS. Thank you very much. And to everybody else, the way Walter Williams.
Okay, let me check on the live chat because it doesn't work. Pat Master, yeah, excellent. Wow, what a lag on this thing. I mean, it's like a 3-second lag.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to apologize for the lag, on if there is a lag or if there is any difficulty on the feed, because
all right, you know what? It's probably my fault. Probably my fault.
No, it's not your fault. I'm having to work this through a hotspot. My house internet is gone AWOL since the beginning of the week.
No, it's not your fault. Let me get back. Let me get off of the Hangout, and I mean, let me see.
I've literally just turned my camera off. Just
there you go. Okay. No, I got you. In order for me to get, it's funny because I didn't realize this. In order for me to get into the chat room, I have to almost turn off the Hangouts and then go on to YouTube and deal with it. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. I'm right here.
I think we're breaking up a little bit just on the feed. So if you just bear with me, I'm on.
Not a problem.
That we're breaking up a little bit. So can everyone in the chat room just concur whether they?
I love it. This is real. Yeah. This is how real people do this shit. I mean, come on, please. We're playing with this system here. We don't know how the fuck to work it. We're not professionals. We don't care. We're talking about flat Earth.
If the chat room can give me a general consensus of whether we're coming through to them just now, then we can carry on with our organic conversation. But until I can get done the whole reboot the router. How about I've cancelled my subscription with TalkTalk. I was with a company called TalkTalk. They're whack. They never even gave me their guaranteed bloody slow speed, far less fast speed. So I cancelled, and now I've gone with a different provider. And they're supposed to cut my internet off 2 days before my new provider brings my new internet. And now I'm going to like a fucker telling you about the 4-day epic I've had on phone and email with the internet provider. Shout outs to Flat Earth Fucker. About a month ago, he was reading.
Oh, Flat Earth Fuckers out there. Excellent. Like it, man. Excellent. Thank you.
He was shouting off about an internet company and how they were screwing him about. And I swear down, I'm getting screwed about exactly the same way with my internet provider. So I told them to pick it up their ass and jog on. And I moved on to the next. So now I've gone with another provider, and I'm not going to name who they are because I'm going to see how they perform. And I may have to start using my hotspot in the meantime. But thank goodness for an unlimited hotspot. Picking up
excellent. That's what
I have
that's
got.
What I thank you, Mike.
I'm just going to give GiveCaf a shout out. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going to give GiveCaf a shout out, but I feel like it's too good to be true. So because of that, I'm just going to tell everyone how I've managed to get an unlimited hotspot, which is quite rare, seemingly. People don't seem to have unlimited hotspots. So I have a GiveCaf pay-as-you-go SIM for £20 a month. GiveCaf give you unlimited hotspot, unlimited internet, unlimited minutes, unlimited texts, unlimited everything, like unlimited everything. This is everything.
For £20? £20? I pay $150 a month for what I have here, which is ridiculous. I mean, that is a car payment. I don't want to get into money.
So
this is not what it's all about. It's all
the company that I'm using.
I can't believe that's all you pay out in London. Damn it.
Yeah. I'm not trying to pay the most money for this stuff, I'm really not trying to do that. That's like going on a plane and paying the most money for the ticket. That's just mugging yourself off. Who wants to sit next to someone that paid $260 less for their ticket than you.
I know.
Pissed. That used to be the general procedure when you sat next to a stranger. They go, so how much do you pay for your ticket? You'd be like, you say it first. I don't want to say it first. So yeah.
when I watch the Weather Channel, and I watch this pathetic map that's on there,
yeah,
which is totally flat. You know, there's nothing moving at all except the clouds. And people have been looking at this fucking diagram for such a long time now. And they haven't woken up at all. I mean, they haven't even asked, you know, the Weather Channel. I mean, you know, you've got clouds that are moving, 30, 40 miles per hour, maybe 50. I mean, in the storm, they're probably moving faster. But you've got this landmass that's not moving at all whatsoever.
Yeah. Listen.
And it's flat in the process.
Don't get me started, Cece. Don't freaking get me started. I don't want to start offending people in the chat room. But listen, it's been written down, and I'm still not sure. I don't even know. Listen, I don't know. I don't know nothing. I just know what I've been talking. That's something I was telling people on the streets. Even when I try to, I don't know how many people this happens to. I'm going to be incredibly honest. And if everyone wants to take the piss out of me, go ahead and do it, because I'm quite happy taking the piss out of myself, believe it or not. So when I look at, I'm always trying to look for like the most like original information. Whatever the most original information is, has to be as close to the truth as possible, right? So once upon a time, I was looking into Nibiru, and I looked at this guy, Zachariah Stitchin, and he apparently talking about these tablets, and I was like, yeah, they must be legit. Like, they must be legit. And then I thought, wait a minute. Someone could have just, I don't even know if they're legit. And even if they are, how do I know? So I just don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know. But when you reverse it back now, and you're looking at the most original scriptures, how do any of us even know any of that's real? To find out what's really going on. Because I feel like if you have to reverse engineer it back to the singular point.
No, you're absolutely right. Reverse engineer it. That's what we have to do with everything. Reverse engineer it.
If it started,
exactly,
it had to be
there.
That's
a great thought.
It had to be there at one point, and I think it's just about trying to ascertain. Not me personally. It's about connecting with people that do know how to do these things. Because me personally,
sure.
I don't know how to decipher Hebrew. I don't know how to decipher these things, and I'm still trying to work out who to trust or believe on the knowledge of what is the most ancient. Even when I say that word, I'm like, why am I saying that word? It's because I was taught that word. What is even?
I know you were. We were all inbred to these words. Ancient. It's not ancient. I mean, right? Yes.
Operation Realness. I'm going to say Operation Realness, yeah, because I am Operation Realness. So that's me. But an Operation Realness vibe is forget other people policing me. I police my damn self. Even when I'm talking, I'm like, why am I saying that? I don't even like what I'm so restricted by the language I've been taught. It's disgusting. Yeah. The stuff that's in my head, when I go to say it out loud, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like those words. No, that's not even really what I'm trying to say. I'm just having to use that word to kind of describe what it is that's in my head right now. I feel like my conscious, like so many of you that are listening to this now, if not all of you that are listening to you, just how many of you can say, see, when your consciousness is expanded, is the language that we use expanded to go with it? Because I don't think it is, because the stuff I'm trying to explain, I'm finding a lot of other people are like, yeah, for real, we're stumbling on the words that we're using. Like the words that we're using are not quite cutting it. They're not quite cutting it for what we're trying to say. We're trying to say things kind of a little bit beyond the language we're trying to use. Does that make sense? Might sound like a crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I mean, this is what we were brought up with. You know, I mean, we were taught how. I mean, yeah. All right, okay.
Yeah, real talk. I'm like, I really don't know how far back one can go before one can say one is really looking at legitimate original scriptures or scriptures. I don't even like that word. Even stuff that's written down, innit? I'm just gonna say it in normal terms, innit? Stuff that's written down and stuff that's like original. The stuff that was like the precursor to the prototype of the original, like the start, innit? where's that like where Cece, where the fuck are we, man? And who the fuck are we? And why are we here in it, bruv? Like, what can someone just give us the $64,000 questions answers, please, on a fucking postcard and send them in? I don't even give a fuck if it's anonymous. Can please? I just get into the point where
they
I'm
can't.
just like,
Yeah, that is just now. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That is the multi-million-dollar question. Why the fuck are we here? You know, what are we doing here? You know, I mean, really.
Can someone do an Indiana Jones and just show us the way to the knowledge, please? Can we just,
I'm sorry. You know, with the music that you had on your last video, that was great. That really was. Eye of the Tiger, that's great. I mean, everybody from America is always going to, you know, substantiate that song with, you know, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Eye of the Tiger. Perfect. Perfect. I love that.
I thought that everybody across the international flat plane of existence would resonate with Rocky, whether it was in
absolutely.
or Peru knows about Rocky. Who doesn't know about Rocky? Who doesn't know about Adrian? Who doesn't know about Adrian? Like, remember? Come on. Remember when he got boxed and he hollered at his wife in the ring? Come on. And got to the top of this.
Come on. That was a great choice. I just want to commend you on that.
It resonated. And you know what was nuts? Is it resonated and then we listened to the lyrics and we were like, oh fuck, yeah, for real. That's deep. Let's do this.
Well, that's how it is. I mean, you know, Hollywood has created all this nonsense for us to feed on when we make videos. You know, I mean, take advantage of all the nonsense that's out there. You know, I mean, put it in your video. Put into Eye of the Tiger. Put in the Terminator. You know, I mean, put in all of this crap that's in there. Because once they go down, it's all free limits for us. You know, I mean, it's all nonsense. It's garbage. Hollywood has created a bubble here that have changed our lives. When I was 8 years old, I remember, when I was my daughter's age, I remember going into a movie, and it felt like it changed my life. You know, walking into that big movie theater and seeing the, you know, I mean, all the actors on this big screen and everything like that. I felt like almost like a different person, almost like somebody would feel like when they go to a different country. You know, I mean, it was like, why? You're going into a fucking movie theater, watching a movie. Why would that ever resonate to somebody that, I mean, you would feel like a different person with that? And it's crap. It's zoning out. It's the shit Hollywood has set up for all of us to just zone out on. And it's worked very well. I mean, it's done a great fucking job. It really has.
And I think, just as you were talking, I was thinking to myself, you said that you were thinking about maybe getting out there and doing some kind of like activism of some sort in your area, yeah? In the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to. You know, at this point, I do.
Have you watched any of Authentic Intent?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of videos. Yeah.
There's something that Authentic Intent does that just, it literally, it got my chin hitting the floor. I'll be honest with everyone. When he pulled out the table and chairs, it resonated with me because from the get-go, all I've been doing is putting my hands out. When I used to stand at my local tube station and try and talk to people, I used to just stand there with my hand out in front of people. In fact, if I can go on camera, I'll try and show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, hold on.
All right.
Hopefully the internet won't fuck up while I'm doing this. Yeah, but what I'm talking about is this. Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I can see it now. All right.
I would stand at my local train station and I would literally be standing there with my hand out, just waiting for someone to just slow down from the rat race that you're in and just take my hand and say, hi, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm just another human being. I know you're in a rush, but I just wanted to have a good conversation.
I love it. This is great.
And the one thing that he did that really resonated with me was that he was just asking people to just slow down and talk to him. And I think a lot could be said for that because it's not really that intimidating. Someone got a table and chairs and whatnot. But another thing, you know, like umbrellas that we use for rain. I'm saying this before I forget. I didn't mean to cut into the conversation, Cece. but I'm frightened I forget. And I feel like if I just say it, it's logged and I've said it. Flat Earth umbrellas. It's raining. Who would be brave enough to use their flat Earth umbrella and come out the closet and just bang on flat? I know the Earth is flat.
See, now that is an excellent idea.
How many times is it pissed down with rain and we just missed the opportunity to just tell everyone the Earth's flat?
Yeah, that is an excellent idea. You know, I mean, really, you know, cards, business cards. You know, I mean, I've got a couple here. I made some new friends over the weekend. I'm sorry.
A way to break the ice. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you, Cece. It's like the way to break the ice. It's like how many other tools that could we implement to break the ice in a humiliative way where you give someone the choice to go and yeah or no. And if they go no and it's cognitive dissonance, and we're awake, we can all deal with that. We're all equipped to deal with that, but we're only equipped to deal with it. I'm probably the worst for it. I'm hot-headed, but if we can all deal with it in a humiliative way, I think it'll be a good look.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I'm talking. I'm not sure if cards are going to work, you know, I mean, or shirts or anything like that, because it's that a card itself is something that's going to make a long-standing. I mean, it's a business card. You give your business card out to somebody. All right, here, look, you got a business card. You know,
when we that fucker, them tops that he wears, it provokes people to want to talk to him. You know, I'll be honest.
Absolutely. When you're on the beach or you're walking around. Great. Shirt's great. Perfect.
Conversation. Especially when you're on the beach, you put on your towel. And I think I'm saying this just to even inspire people just to do it for themselves. Just go to your local printers and do your own stuff in it. If you've got your own towels that are printed into the printers and get them graphed up with flat earth in it. And so when you go to the beach and fling out your towel, it's flat earth. When you open up your umbrella, it's flat earth. You can take all these to the local printers and do them for yourself, no matter where you live on the international flat page.
That's a great idea. I love that. I love the umbrella. I really do. You know what?
Yeah,
that's a fantastic idea.
Six of them. I could probably take them to my local printers this week and just get them all to put flat earth on them.
Yeah.
I've got
but I mean, there's so much.
There's so many ways, and yeah, we can take the ridicule. We know what it is. The ridicule is the cognitive dissonance. Don't take it personal, you know. Please don't take it personal.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean,
it's not you. It's
I'm just saying.
It's you, you know.
Everybody has to understand who the flat earthers are in their county. You know, I mean, they're too scared to come out. You know, I mean, they really are. I mean, we all have these emblems on our car. You know, Honda, Acura, you know, Audi. We've got Mercedes over there. You know, we all have these emblems on there. Why do we not have an emblem for the flat Earth? A little sticker, not a sticker on your. That's going to take off the paint on there. It's going to destroy you. But whatever, a magnet thing on there. I mean, let's get something like that fucking going, so people understand in your county, in your area. Hey, look, I'm a fucking flat earther.
All right, so CC, let me ask you a question. In America, do you lot play Scrabble?
Oh yeah.
All right, so just take the F and the E and super glue them to your bag, bro. Everyone,
exactly. There you go.
Just get your game of Scrabble out. Take the F and the E and just fucking get some super glue and super glue them to something that you're holding.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Listen, I'm not going to take ownership for that because there's a guy out there, and big up Karen from Sun and Moon Family because she shared his video and it just popped back into my head when you were saying this. Listen, this guy, his name's Chris UK. Chris UK. Go on to Sun and Moon Family United. Go down her line a little bit, yeah, because she shares his video. It's probably 6 to 8 weeks old, maybe 6 to 8 weeks old. Chris UK makes a recommendation. The guy's a sound guy, you know. I haven't really seen much else of him, but he came out with some sound talk. And he said, like, the game, everyone's got that in their house. Just get it, put it on. You could be standing next to someone that's a flat earther and open a conversation with them. Just open a conversation. Just do it right there and then. Doesn't matter if you're in the queue for the cash point, the queue for Walmart, the queue for Sainsbury's, the queue for wherever the fuck you are. Just open a conversation and say, all right, mate, let's exchange numbers. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. It's like real life Tinder on road, but for flat earth. That's what someone should do. Can't someone version of flat earth? Like out there where you can just go onto this thing and just make friends and regardless of not a lot of people are YouTube content makers, you know, and not really on that. My partner's not. He's not on getting a YouTube channel and doing this. I've asked him so many times. He was just like, it's not me, babe. It's not me, mate. It's not me. It's not me. I'll be in the camera sometimes in the background on yours, and I'll talk to people at work, and I'll talk. And John Smith Global has been to my house. He knows my partner knows the Earth's flat. John Smith Global knows my kids know the Earth's flat. It's not a joke thing to you, like, you know. I'm Operation Realness, and anyone else who wants to say anything different can come and deal with me personally. Yeah, I'm Operation Realness in full effect, and will be until my last day on this international flat plane of existence. And I hope to see in my lifetime. Yeah, the scientific community, the government, and every other motherfucking elite person.
Exactly. You know what? Down.
Like human civilization for some.
There you go.
Watch when I get these. Watch when I get these people. I'm not stopping, you know. As long as I've got breath in my lungs and as long as I breathe, you know, I'm going to get the answers to this, you know. If I don't see it in my lifetime, watch how my youths carry on. Watch how they carry on and watch how their kids carry on. If you think I'm fit, watch the next generation that's coming. I'm setting them up to make sure that they get in there, you know. You're going to make me get a lump in my throat right now. You think I brought kids into this place of existence just to fucking lie to them? Just to talk shit to them and to make them think they're living in some fucking ball. You're mad to think that, bruv. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing, no, not today, not tomorrow. I'm not no fucking sellout. No one will make me say nothing different no matter what. This is what I know. I know it now and I'm going to know it until my last damn breath. And when I give up, my daughter's taking my place. She's taking the back. She knows this. So,
and the nonsense, the bullshit that they've led our children to believe right now, which is just total fucking garbage at this point. I mean, all of the 14 billion years that it took this solar system to evolve, you know, I mean, the sun has been whirling around, you know, and I mean, it's created this fucking gravity, you know, and the earth itself and all these other, they can't even get real pictures of Neptune. I mean, it's just this planet that's blue. They don't even, they've given up, as far as I'm concerned, NASA has given up on all pictures, and they're just going to tell you anything. It's just, I can go on and on about this. I mean, it's just,
it is what it is.
It's so fucking bad. It really is. I mean, all this shit that's been going on, and nobody seems to realize we live on a flat plane here. We're not going anywhere. We're not moving anywhere.
We're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. We're living on a flat, stationary plane of existence. Yeah? Anyone who wants to say otherwise is either not awake and in denial, or awake and purposely lying. One of those three. And if it's not one of those three, and you want to personally come at people about their personal attribute, then pick which one of those three you are. Pick which, like, we're not all going to be everybody's cup of tea. Like, we could have met each other. You might not have liked me. I might have pissed you off. just
I piss people off all the time.
I seem to do that as well. Right. Just my accent alone pisses people off. People seem to think something I'm not.
Oh, I love the British accent. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. It's British through and through. And
here's a New York accent for you.
Everyone's cup of tea, and I'm not trying to be everyone's cup of tea. All I can be is me. That's all.
No, we're across the pond, and we're talking about flat Earth. Okay, and people have to understand. I mean, here we are, 3,000 miles away, and maybe even more than that. I don't know what the exact. All right, some troll is going to say exactly what the fuck it is. Who cares?
Miles away.
7,000 miles away. All right. I just got my head going. 7,000 miles away, whatever. And here we are talking about it, and here Flat Earth is bringing people together. You know, talking about this shit. We're uniting, no matter where we are, we're telling other people about this. This guy over here that's across the parking lot from me, where I live, I'm going to hand him a card. You know, I mean, I really do. Want to hand him a card, just let him know, you know, that the flat Earth is here, you know, and you really have to learn about it. You've got to understand what you're living on. And
yeah. It's true. People need to understand where they're living first and foremost. People need to understand to what level they've been lied to first and foremost. And we could all sit here for hours debating on what's the best approach to wake people up, and we're all going to have our different points.
Exactly. There's no debating anything. I mean, you can't. Somebody emails me and says, "I want to debate flat Earth." Great, beautiful. I mean, that's wonderful. I'm glad you can debate flat Earth, but the Earth is flat. There is no horizon. I'm sorry. There is absolutely no curvature at all whatsoever. I mean, you go down to the beach, fucking prove it to yourself.
On the horizon. There is no on the horizon. There is no bendy water. And yeah, maybe, sorry to say it so late into this video, but for anyone that's tuned in, we know we're not living on a spinning ball, and we know the Earth's flat. First and foremost, the one thing me and Cece established when we first spoke to each other is, do you know the Earth's flat? Yep. Do you know the Earth's flat? Yep. Are you playing about? Nope. Are you playing about? Nope. Are you for real? Yep. Are you for real? Yes. All right. Then we can talk. Let's talk. And that's how it went.
I mean, that's it. There's nothing scripted here. We're just.
All right. Cool. We can talk.
The whole thing is we're cutting each other off. That's the beauty about being unscripted. You know what I mean? Because you want to talk, I want to talk. I mean, we have so much to say. You know what I mean? The whole thing is when I see a conversation like that, and you've got people just cutting each other off. Yes, we've got so much fucking to say, and it's just unfucking believable. I mean, we could just sit here and just do this. I mean, for 4.5 hours, but I don't know. All right, I'll let you take it over.
I get so excited. Even when we're talking, I kind of go, oh my God, yeah, I want to say that. I want to say this. I want to say that. I want to say this. And I think sometimes when I'm talking, especially with my hotspot the way it is, I think there's a slight lag. So sometimes I'm thinking I'm talking, but then I'm talking and I'm talking over you. So if I'm doing that, my darling, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Who cares? That's how it is. That's a live conversation over here. And,
that's what I'm saying. It is. And it's much better.
It's my company phone. I'm sorry.
And then so once again, I'm going to thank everybody for tuning in right now. Me and Cece are having a public conversation about researching flat Earth, everything pertaining to do with flat Earth. Cece's over in, where are you, Cece?
Oh, come on. New York, Westchester County here.
I'm in London here. It's about 11:15 at night here where I am. What time is it where you are?
6:17 here. 5 hours behind you.
And again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and I want to thank PC for being here. We're trying to have an organic conversation, so I am trying to keep paying attention to the chat room, as so to speak, but not too much to the point where it detracts me from the conversation we're having.
No, absolutely not. And that's why we get so tired, because we're on. I like to call it flat Earth time. What is that? Right. You meet so many people from different areas, from different continents, and we're in different time zones, and we don't give a fuck. We want to talk. We want to let other people know, whether it's 11 o'clock where you are or 5 o'clock in the morning where I am. I mean, we just.
Am I right? Am I wrong? On the same team?
No, absolutely not. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, you have to understand that all of us that come together are going to be in different time zones, and we're going to be talking about one thing: flat Earth. All right. I'm not saying
don't get me
don't
started.
Quit your job. I'm just saying don't quit your job or anything like that. But if you need to talk to people, all right, that are around the area. I mean, not your area, but I mean, that are across the continent, across the pond, you got to make time for it. I have, you have, whether our time zones are, 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours ahead of each other.
And that's the amazing thing about it. No matter what the time difference is, CC, we're on the same team.
Yeah, exactly. And we try to make time for each other, and that's terrific. And everybody should do that. I mean, it really is. You know, for now, it's great. I mean, I know it's 11 o'clock now, right now, in your time zone. Yeah, so, I mean, you know, yeah. That's why it's almost like all these time zones, all this bullshit with the, don't get me fucking started with the sun and the goddamn moon. I mean, these different time zones with all this shit. I mean, it's just completely
I'm just getting my drinks
separated. Absolutely. Be my guest. It's separated everybody from talking to each other. I'm not saying you're not going to find people in your county, in your town. I know you are, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. CC, guess what? Can you hear me?
What's that?
Okay, so
I can hear you. I'm here.
I met up with two people this week, yeah, that I've never met before in my life. A guy called Ruben and a guy called Andy, and they're brothers, and they know the Splat as well. And they live in the city I live in. They don't live exactly on the same side of the city as me. They live on the other side. But I met up with them this week, and I had an awesome time doing some activism with them in London. We went all over the place, like it was like a whistle-stop tour of a section of London that we were in. And it's something else when you meet someone that's local to where you are. And when I mean local, I mean within like an hour's reach or so, like something recent, you know?
I myself met somebody 30 minutes away from me. You know what I mean? How important that was for me. You know, wow. 30 minutes away, 30-minute drive. You know, I mean, here I am sitting down with, you know, him, and we're sitting there talking about flat Earth. You know, I mean, that is unbelievable. You know.
Jimmy.
Oh well, I don't want to go. I don't know if he wants me to mention his thing on there. You know, his website's Earth.
Oh, cool. But, wait a minute.
You know, I
mean, Sun and Moon. Hold on. He's in the chat room. DC, he's in the chat room.
Is he in the chat room right now? Oh, all right. Well, then I can mention him. All right, Dirt. I met with him on Friday.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
And then Paige. All right, there he is. He just mentioned me. All right. Yeah, I can mention him then. All right. Good deal. Yeah, I just got his fact.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had a great dinner. I met his, girlfriend, Paige. I mean, it's great. You know, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, this is how important it is.
Is that the guy that you write D-I-R-T?
D-I-R-T-H.
Okay.
And he's got a, yeah, we had a great time.
You went for a meal?
I will. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is, you know, I mean, we have to meet again without the fucking music in the background, you know, drowning out everything. But yeah, no, I mean, this is what you have to do. You know, I mean, this is the most important part. This is really important.
Cool? Did you guys manage to have a chat?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a great chat, you know, I mean.
Awesome. So again,
you know,
connections, meeting people in public places as well and going out for a meal. I'll drink to that, Cece. Cheers.
Yep, there you go. Okay, well, I got a coffee here in my car.
You know what? It's after 5 o'clock somewhere on this international flat plane of existence. Give me 1 second.
You know what? 5 p.m. is always after. All right. Let me see if I can. Names, fucking emails here. All right, now I can't do this right now, but kind of a pain in the ass on the phone.
Sorry, I had to let the dog in.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I was trying to answer an email. I got, forget it. Can't do it. No, when you have your phone on the landscape, there's limited things you can do with it.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very limited. Very, very limited. So yeah, I met Ruben. I met his brother. They're awesome. They're awesome guys. I've never met them before in my life.
Excellent.
What a powerful impact they had. And it was really kind of, again, language is something that kind of restricts me in kind of trying to convey it to you really and truthfully. Just to meet other human beings, that have done the legwork themselves and got themselves to where they're at. and
yeah,
and
yeah,
say things that are almost like, I'll say it to you, like Ruben. I can't, so many things to mention, but he mentioned things to me, as well as Harry, as well as his brother, that were somewhat awe-inspiring. I'll be honest with you, awe-inspiring. I truly believe, after meeting those three individuals this week, my conscious has clearly been expanded, and I'm talking about the flat Earth, other
yeah.
things that's
But that,
in, and I'm talking about positive things, by the way. I'm not talking about idle gossip. I'm talking about, not talking about people. I'm talking about things. Like,
yeah, yeah. But
channels that I
don't
wasn't.
tell me that doesn't feel good, though. I mean, it's like a weight lifted off your entire body. I mean, because I know your significant other believes in it, and I'm just getting mine in there. I mean, she's there almost.
I'm
We got
ready
an
and
argument,
waiting.
and I'm working it out.
My phone's here.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
This is going to be the first thing she sees when I answer the phone. I'm going to go, hello.
I can't wait till she talks to you. All right, you are going to be my little. That's it. There you go. All right. I mean, that's how it is. It's like a research flat Earth. Excellent. Nice. Love it.
Lovely, mate. Nice one, mate.
Oh, and by the way, I have Dirt's stuff here. Here we go. Earth is not spinning right here. You see that?
No, not in the camera. Move it.
Oh, there we go.
Lovely.
Is it upside down?
Lovely.
And that's Dirt's stuff right there. And I got it from Friday night.
Cool.
So, it's going to his podcast. All right. So, I mean, but that's the most important part, is just to get your loved one under the same level you are. And that's where it's all going to connect. I mean, you're going to be on the same level. You're going to be able to talk about it. You're going to be comfortable out talking about it with other people. And that's what really needs to get done. I mean, fuck, talking about shit online and doing 5.5-hour videos and all that bullshit. You've got to get out there and talk to fucking people. There are hundreds of people. There's 20 people here that I want to talk to, right now, that are in front of my goddamn building. Can I? I don't know.
Have to do something real here in the background. Ray? Babe? Hello? Sorry, my light has stopped working and I need another.
Oh, that's fine. Do you have a loft? Oh, I love lofts. That's great. I haven't been in one of those in a year.
You know what? That's not my loft, believe it or not. That's just upstairs. Give me a second. Let me just go and get a lighter. Give me a sec, Cece.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm here.
Okay, sorry.
Very good at this. But
Mom was unable to hear me.
I don't know. I can hear you. I could never become a talk show host. Let me tell you that right now. I could never do it.
The worst. Do is tell you what's going on in my head and where I'm at in my life. I can't do anything. Like, ask me to script something and it's carnage. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Do it. I've even tried in my hangouts to try and make like bulletin points. Because then it ends up angling how it ends up angling the way I'm talking, and then it's not it. My thoughts don't end up going off on one. I'm trying to keep to some kind of bulletin point, and it's, to me, that's
no, it's not. No, it really is. It's pointless.
No one would do that in a real conversation. No one would do, like, no one would go, oh no, I'm going to call this person. Let me list out the things I want to talk about.
I know. I mean, that's the whole point about this. I mean, really, you just.
No, to be fair, maybe my nan. My nan used to make like listed points. She would go, oh yeah, I'm going to talk to such and such about that. But then she was approaching 80, so God bless her.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But other than who does that? No one does that. You just kind of talk, innit? You've got things to talk about. So There's no point in us having these conversations in private, because this is how these conversations will go.
I know. That's the fucking thing about it, though. It's almost like, you know, a couple of people in a restaurant talking about this. You've got to get other people hearing about the conversation itself. And are they going to come in and are they going to say, hey, look, you're talking about the flat Earth? You know, I mean, there's so many signs out there. I mean, saying that the Earth is flat. You know, forget about what we live in, the diagram, or any other bullshit that's out there. I could give a shit.
I just had an idea. How about we do this? How about we try and do this, yeah? How about you go to your local eatery, I go to my local eatery.
Which I can do right now, because I'm hungry.
And we do a hangout at the eatery. I'll go to like my local Pizza Express or something, and you go to your local restaurant, and we just have a hangout in the restaurant. Until
you know what, these two guys,
when
we started,
you may as well fucking do it. I can't do it now because
I can't do it. I was thinking about this. I'm sorry, Roxanne. I was thinking about this before. I can bang the freaking right now. I can do it.
Yeah,
I can do it. You know, I mean, fuck.
You could do it until you get thrown out, Cece. If it wasn't, look, I'm going to show you on my phone. It's a nice picture of me and my mum, but I'm just going to show you on my phone. Yeah, look at the time. Well, you can't see it actually.
Let me see it.
But it's 20.
I can't see it. Hold on. Is that your mom? Yeah.
It's 11:30 here in the UK. I'm not going to no restaurant now. Ray's not letting me leave the house at this time. So,
well, that's good. It's 6:31 here, and
next time I want to do this as well. So I want to do it at a time where I could go out to somewhere public as well. Even if it was just like a wine bar, I'll go there. I'll tell the guy, what's your Wi-Fi, mate? I'm doing a hangout. Allow me. I'll go to somewhere that's calm as well, but busy, where I'm just going to make up noise. If they tell me to get out, fine. But until then,
you're fine.
Come and sit down and talk.
It's perfect, actually. You know what? You're 5 hours ahead of me, so we can do. You can eat lunch. I'm going to be eating dinner.
All right.
Anytime during the week.
All right.
Perfect.
Cool.
Excellent. We're going to do it. We're going to sit down. We're going to have a live conversation, exactly what we're doing right now, in front of everybody. Fuck them. I'll go
to a couple of my local restaurants and I'll ask them if I can do that. And you know, I'm not going to say what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to say, listen, I'm going to go live on my YouTube channel. I'm going to do a hangout from your restaurant. What, you can have a bar of it? Tell me.
I got a perfect restaurant that I'm going to go to.
I live in the same area I grew up with, so I'm kind of local to my restaurants. I've been to them a lot of times. I feel like I'm quite good with them. I tip them well. I don't see any problem with it. I'm not going to restaurants that I've not been to before. And maybe we might get the waiters in on it after listen, I'm trying to wake people up out here. I don't know what everyone else is trying to do, but I'm trying to wake people the fuck up. Yeah. And
I'm gonna go to a place that I really shouldn't, but I really have to, because this is the restaurant that I originally went to, and told everybody that the Earth is flat. And I went back there a couple of times, and this woman, exactly. This woman comes up to me and says, "Oh, you think the Earth is flat? Oh, fuck you." You know, I mean, no. This is where I'm doing it. I'm doing it at Maud's Tavern in Hastings-on-Hudson. That's where I'm doing it.
Get in there, Cece. You heard it here first. That's where Cece's doing it. I'm yet to. I'm thinking. All the restaurants by me are mad busy, so either one of them is going to be a winner for me. So yeah, watch this space. I'm going to notify you on what restaurant I'm going to do, where I live. But where I live is in London, so it's a pretty big place. I'm going to try and go hard or go home. I'm going to go into the centre of London. But where I live is on the outskirts of the centre of London, so more or less in the centre of London where I am. So yeah, watch this space. Very, very soon we're going to do that. I think
this is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun.
What everyone in the chat room doesn't know is because the first time me and Cece spoke to each other properly was offline. And we said to each other, fucking hell, man. Like, if we just live locally, we could just link up and go and have dinner. We could just bring the family. We do this whole publicly. But we can't. We live across the pond, so we can't do it. So
we can't.
And now we've got to adapt because we need to take it to the streets, but online.
Yeah, and we have this technology to do it. You know, I mean, we have it, and you're here, you're on my screen. You see me, and people see me. I'm from America. You're from, the UK, and here we are. You know, we're talking about it one-on-one. We have this technology. Oh shit! Wait a minute. There's bad reception down there at that restaurant. Fuck! I didn't think about that. It's by the river. I have another restaurant. I have another place I can go.
You know what?
I really wanted to do that one.
And this is an issue for me as well. I've got a lot of black spots where I am as well.
John, that's a black spot right down there in Hastings.
Experienced that when he came down here. He experienced the internet madness when he came down here. But I just want to. I'm trying so hard not to pay too much attention to the chat room, but not on an egotistical level. And I have
no idea what's going on. You know what? When I log onto your channel, I'm getting an echo, and it's really fucking annoying. So I'm back on Hangouts. So.
I'm telling you, there's sometimes I get so distressed with it, but not in a weak way. In a way.
I know. They're fucking assholes. All right, please. I know. Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, they're just fucking assholes. Don't even bother.
I'm just picking up the moderators right now because the moderators are holding it down in the chat room. I'm just.
I know. There's only so much they can do. How do you get those moderators anyway?
I'm ordering the moderators to just what's the word? Whatever it is, like, do your thing in it. Do your thing. Concern citizen. Night guard. Yeah, Richie. Listen, Richie, you're up there, bruv. You're the way you've reached out, bruv. I can't wait to meet you in person. One day soon, I'm going to meet you in person. I feel I'm going to go quite out of my way to meet you. You know, I'm going to get in my little whip and I'm going to probably drive to you. I'm going to communicate. I'm going to try and include as many people as possible because, like, certain people. And don't freaking get me started on this one. I'll get emotional talking about it.
Oh, come on, Willie. Is Zulu 1 on there at all? Do you see Zulu 1?
Listen, I'm so sorry. I've purposely not paid attention to the chat room to avoid.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. All right. I you know what?
I will say this for everyone in the chat room right now. Thank you so much, and I don't pertain to quit this chat anytime soon. By the way, I've still got more stuff to say. I've got a whole heap of stuff.
We got so much more shit to say. I just want to check out. I want to answer.
Anyone in the chat room think this is some kind of summarize of talk that I'm doing here? Because it's not. It's just a little pit stop. Yeah.
You think we can go on like this without scripted, nothing at all, no paperwork. We are just fucking talking here. That's it. And that's all we're doing.
Yeah, that's all we're doing. Bigging up the chat room. Thank you for everyone that's taken time out of their day today, whatever day it is for them, wherever they are in the international flat plane of existence. Thank you for tuning in and listening to what me, humble Roxanne Glen's got to say. I've made my channel.
Yeah.
I had nothing to hide from the get-go when I made my channel. I initially had a channel so I could sign in and comment on music videos and content that I pertained to like. I liked a couple of food channels. I liked a couple of music channels. I used my YouTube.
Hey, Zulu 1's there. Okay, there he is. That's it. He's in the chat. There it is. All right, excellent. Mark, nice to see you. All right.
Pat Mustard. Listen, Pat, I want to have a chat with you, really, truthfully, yeah? I want to kind of talk to everybody in the chat room right about now. And Cece, I don't mean to drag you along for the ride, yeah? But I really feel that the chat room deserves some kind of explanation.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I mean, there's a lot of great, good, trusting people in there, all right?
They really
absolutely.
So I'm going to just put it out there like this, yeah? Okay? I meant no disrespect by what I said last week, yeah? That was my personal experience, innit? I know that other people have had different personal experiences to me. And Pat Mustard, I really rate you for being here right now and listening to what I've got to say. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you in person, and I don't know you in person. And the amount of fuckeries that's gone on in the Flat Earth community has got us all wondering whether we can listen, whether we're allowed to like each other's videos or I'll be honest with you all, yeah? the reason for my outburst last week, yeah, was that I came to this because, and I'm just going to say it all over again for everybody that's listening, and this will be here on the replay. And I'm not going to take my sip of wine before I say this because I'm not heavily inebriated. I'm just a little bit tired. It's been a long few days.
I understand.
But a few months ago, I stumbled across some chat rooms, yeah, and I only stumbled across those chat rooms because channels that I watched went down, and I came across a few channels in the UK, and I've decided to not say any names because they know who they are. They fully know who they are. I came across some channels because I got sent their way by a channel who fully knows who they are. And I watched those channels for a while, and I participated in the chat rooms, and I really felt what they were saying was resonating with me a lot. And those channels sent me to other channels, and I started going back and forth with people in those channels, and I really enjoyed being amongst people that knew the earth was flat, because in my daily life I was going to work and I was having to work with asleep people, and it was really difficult for me to cope with and balance my life like that. So for me,
as everybody has, yeah,
to be honest with you, those chat rooms were a bit of sanity in a flat earth gone mad. So when one of those channels that I was on kind of encouraged me to make content, I went ahead and got my daughter to help me do it. And then when I associated myself with a channel, it all went a bit pear-shaped. And then
now, look, I'm sorry to cut you. I cut you off. Roxanne has gotten her daughter, okay, to help her with fucking setting this thing up. Do you realize how important that is? I mean, her daughter has set this entire thing up, and that's why I'm talking to you, and we are talking to you again. I mean, I haven't been able to figure this out. I can't even answer these fucking emails, for Christ's sake. It sucks. And I will after we get off the line. But so sorry to cut you off.
Right, my darling. So I've gone and made content, and then I've associated myself with a channel that other people don't like. And I've asked in amongst my content, and I want to say this for people that haven't watched me before, in amongst my content, all my hangouts are still there. I haven't taken any down. I asked my chat room, like, what does everyone put on their leaflets? What does everyone put on their cards? And I just put what everyone else put on their cards. And then I ended up getting rinsed. I ended up doing that hangout last week. And when I say rinsed is a London terminology for basically another word for getting dragged through the mincer. And I'm not going to go into it because I did it last week. But cut a long story short, there was a few people in the chat room last week that were going on a madness. And Pat, so far as Pat Mustard, I just want to shout you out just now. Right now, right this very moment, and I'm living in the now. Right now, with you, Pat Mustard, it's all love, you know. It's all love, because I rate the fact that you're still here listening to me. Because you and Joan of Worms, I felt like one of the ones that kind of gave me a hard time, and quite rightfully so. You have to be kind of careful when new people come into the community. You gave me a little bit of a hard time. And maybe my memory is not serving me correct, but I know that you gave me a little bit of a hard time. But I want to let you know that I've got a backbone, you know, and I did rate certain channels, and I'm not here to cuss any channels. Everyone's here to make their own decisions. And for all I know, Rebecca's Way and Jamie's channel, they might be legit channels, yeah. But for whatever reason, they just might not like me now, right? And behind the scenes, I'm gonna say this because I need to say this. Like, Rebecca, if you ever get shown this on a replay or someone shows you the minutes, I want someone to show you this. Like, Rebecca, I'm talking to you right about now. Yeah. Like, I don't have no animosity towards you, no. I really don't. It just looked to me like things were moving a bit shady. And I'm not calling you a shady person. On that day I called you a snake, yeah. I rightfully called certain people snakes in my chat room that day. Because I felt like when it came to a unity that a certain person made, no one really truthfully stood up for me. And I understand that. None of you know me. So none of you really got no reason to stand up for me. And I get that. You don't know me in person. And you probably know a lot of other people in person because you've done a lot of meetups with them. But I understand that. I understand that once you meet someone in person, it kind of puts some clarity on things. and you don't have much clarity with me. But Rebecca, I want to shout you out, because I know you know. The first time I messaged you with my phone number and my address, you know, baby girl, because I'm real. I messaged you my address and my telephone number, and I know you know that, yeah? So it took a lot for me to say, right, I think you're moving like a snake, fam. And the reason I thought that you were moving like a snake, yeah, is because even though I gave you my phone number and my address, yeah, remember, you're doing this a little bit longer than me. I thought you would have called me when I gave you my number. I thought you would have just belled off my phone like other people have. I could list the amount of people that have called me, you know. I've reached out to people and they've called me. I'm not rude. I'm not just going to demand your number and ask to call you. So I gave you my address and I gave you my phone number because I was trying to show you I'm Operation Illness. There's my address, fam. Turn up at my front door. I'm here. My front door's there. Ring the doorbell. I'm here. I'll answer my door, you know. But when it came to the unity thing, like after that, certain people started to move a little bit shady. And I was getting a little bit shunned in certain chat rooms by certain other people in your chat rooms. You know, Beyond Belief. Like Beyond Belief's got issues with me now. Man was a moderator once upon a time in my chat room. After I mentioned John Smith Global, man was coming for me with all fours. You know? So you lot's timing was impeccable with the whole unity thing and Beyond Belief turning up at the meetup and everyone going, oh, it's great meeting you, Beyond Belief. We were all very happy to say happy to meet you. No one really had a go at Mr. Cheswick for how he went on at me. No one really had a go at Bell for how he went on with me with Mr. Cheswick. And I understand that you never met me. You lot never gave me a chance to be. None of you gave me a chance to be me. Jamie, what you've done after my chat last week was fucking disgusting, bro. You know that full well. To make a hangout with my name, questioning the fact whether I'm Operation Realness or not, and you haven't met me in person, bruv, that was shallow. And what you all did in that chat room after that was so low, it was disgusting. It was borderline socially unacceptable. I'll be honest with you. I'll put some motherfucking clarity on that for you right now. Okay?
Nice.
You weren't snakes before. See if you weren't snakes before, you fucking went on like snakes afterwards. Yeah? So I won't list off the amount of people. Y'all know who you were. You know who went into that chat room afterwards, yeah? But at the same time, I like the people that are living in right now. The people that are here right now, right in this very moment. So that's why I want to give love to Pat Mustard. Because Pat, I rate you. You put me through the mincer a little bit, but I'm here right now and I'm talking. So, and I say this with love and humility, Pat. If you've got anything you want to ask me, or if anyone in the chat room has anything specific, and if you have the patience, CC, to just bear with me right now. If anyone in my chat room has any specific point they want to bring to me, and I'll bring up Sandy123. Sandy123 was going back and forth enough in the chat room trying to trigger situation. That's what I saw with my own eyes. But if anyone has anything thinks that Sandy123 deserves an apology, bring it to me right now in the chat room. Calm, cool, and collective. I'm not looking to get triggered. Anything anyone wants to ask me in the chat room about anything I've said over the last few weeks with the grievances I've got with the Imaginary Curve, Mel, Rebecca, Amy, like, what's good? I'm right here. But Pat Mustard, love, I really appreciate you standing strong and just being in here right now and just listening to what I've got to say. So my eyes are on the chat room.
Okay, I'm here. I'm trying to get
my eyes are on the chat room. I'm just giving the chat room a few minutes here to be honest, to be open, and to be inclusive, and air any issues they might have, because I'm an honest, humiliative person, and I really appreciate everyone's patience with me right now. I know there's maybe a lot of people going, oh my God.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Look, I know, I realize you're, I don't know what's going on in the UK. I really don't. I have no idea. And I'll tell you, if they're fucking with you, which I'm sure they are, as they are here in the U.S. with me, You know, I mean, you know, I told you about that letter that I got. That turned out to be not a hoax, but I mean, somebody that I woke up. I mean, 6 or 8 months ago. I had no idea. You know, when that something like that touches yourself so close at home, it really makes you wonder. But then this guy, you know, after I posted that video, like 2 hours later, I got home and he was like, "Chris, I'm sorry." You know, his name is Phil, by the way. I'm not going to, you know, tell you anything else because, you know, he's going to be on. I told him, look, you got to get live on me. Yeah, I mean, here, is my camera going here or is it done?
No, you're all right. I don't know if it is. We're going with my
there it is.
Just going
okay.
with my
So, you know, I told him, look, you got to go on live with me on the camera and talk about flat Earth. You know, I mean, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, you know, he's kind of hesitant and all that other bullshit, but I'm like, you got to do it, you know, man. I mean, fuck it. Who cares? No one's going to see you that you care about in terms of your job. You know, no one's on here. I've been doing this for a year and a half. All right, nobody's come up to me. I'm not a famous person, and nobody is. You know, we're just trying to spread the fucking truth. That's all.
Can anyone hear me? I just want to ask the chat room something. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone in this hear?
I can hear you fine over here.
Yeah, can everyone in the chat room hear me? I'm just double checking everyone can hear me.
Can they hear you?
I'm just checking everyone can hear me.
Well,
okay,
you know,
so
it
everyone
really
can hear me.
I find it amazing that we can go.
Real quick, I've just seen in the chat tonight, Sophie XX, that's one of my family friends.
Oh, Sophie XX, yeah, excellent, nice. I know her. Well, I don't know her, but yeah, she's.
That's a real life family friend. So just if there's any madness going on in the chat room right now, there's an underage person in my chat room right now. Yeah, so just keep it calm in my chat room, please, everyone, for my sake. Yeah, there's a younger in my chat room, who's here because her uncle knows me. Yeah, so big love to you, Sophie, darling. Thank you for finding the chat.
Excellent, nice.
Shout out to Pat. Pat, if you can hear me, if I've got that misconstrued, my darling, I'm so sorry. For some reason, I had it that when I was in Beyond the Imaginary Curves, it was like the Spanish Inquisition, but it might not have been you. It might have just been Joan of Worms. So I might be wrong with that one. And if I am, Pat, you've got my sincere apology. But I do seem to remember, Pat, and I say this with the most love, there was one chat of mine where you said something about the mud, about watching me get out of the mud. And I didn't know if I took it out of context, but if I did take it out of context, please let me know and just clarify it. And I'm all good with that. I'm not saying it in like no way. And I think that's one thing I really want to convey to everyone. I just want to apologize for being off camera because I was having some connectivity issues. I think communication is key.
Roxanne, I'll be back in 1 second.
No worries, Chris. I think communication is key, and I think inclusion is key. And I think when people are talking to people that don't know each other in real life, I think an air of humility is absolutely key. If people that have obviously said in the past, you know, things that are derogatory about myself, those same channels talk about equality and everyone being equal. So if everyone is equal, there shouldn't really be an air of egotistical manner in the air when people are communicating with each other. So another thing I want to say is, Mel, I see you in the chat. I'm not really sure what's good with you, Mel. Like, me and you probably need to have a conversation with each other. And for the sake of Flat Earth, we probably need to do that offline, yeah? Real tip, bruv. Like, and to Rebecca and to Jamie, if any of them are with me, I'll do that with them off air, innit? I'm happy. I'm not really on here trying to do the truth. I'm out there on the roads trying to search Flat Earth and then having some EastEnders drama with people on Hangouts. You've got another thing coming. So, Mel, I had you on a chat out when I made content. And like really soon after that in your Hangouts, like no one could see me in your Hangouts. and it was only your hangouts. So I took from that you probably like blocked me, or I don't know, like maybe you took a disliking to me. But like I said, you to just get over it and move on. I kind of think that's a bit of an insult, to be honest with you. I see like the way certain people were getting on. Like I said, no, like, boy, I just called it as I saw it. And really and truthfully, the way I see it, everyone jumped on that chat straight after an informative interview on my channel last week. And I thought that was just absolutely the epitome of social behavior that we could possibly emit as people that pertain to know the truth. To call into question Operation Realness and call it Operation Vile? Bruv, do you think I don't know that you said that? Operation Vile. That's deep. Without even like really giving an informed, I don't get why you're telling me to get over it. Like, just move on. Like, that's why I just think people just move in with mixed morals, man. People, I'm not really sure what the narrative is with those people, to be honest. Like I said, I haven't come this far in my journey just to be kind of pushed around the playground with people that are on some kind of hierarchy tip. If everyone's supposed to be equal, why is everyone not moving with like equality and humiliative behavior with one another? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Everyone's on the same level. So no one's too big to gig. No one's too big to respond to a comment. No one's too big to respond to a message. I can screenshot messages that I've sent you, Mel, that you haven't responded to. Like, straight, more or less after the hangout, I've messaged you asking why I can't get into your hangouts and I can't chat in your hangouts anymore. And that was before the shunning from Rebecca's and Jamie's. Yeah. I'll happily message you after this hangout the screenshots of all the messages. They're all still there. All the messages going, "Right, Mel, can you like get back to me?" So I don't really know what changed, But like I said already, I don't profess to be everybody's cup of tea, and it's all right not to like me. I'm fine with people that don't like me. I'm assuming I don't like everyone as well, so it's fine. That part I'm fine with, but I just didn't see like how the shunning and that was all cool. I just don't understand that. I thought we were all mature adults. I thought we were all awoken. So if we've pertain to go through some kind of journey, aren't we going to be all humiliative human beings by the time we get here? Or isn't that just a waste of a journey? You've gone on a journey, woken up, and then got the audacity to start going on some kind of egotistical tip with other people. And I'm not just saying that to you, Mel. I'm saying that to anyone that's going on like that. Like, who's anyone to say I'm not real? How people just randomly calling me out, talking about Operation Fake. Yeah. And don't think I didn't like view. I've got screenshots that I'll go on camera now and show people. Yeah. I'll randomly show people screenshots because I was offended. I thought I made friends with those people. And when I mean friends, I mean online acquaintances that were like-minded people, not friends like, man, I'm desperate, I need friends. I don't mean it like that. I really don't. So don't get it, friends. I'm not some Billy No Mates. I have friends that I've grown up with. But I didn't appreciate the kind of bullshit that went on underneath with those individuals. So I have to put it out there. I just want to give a big shout out to Karen from Sun and Moon Family United. You're in here, darling. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm truly humbled by seeing you here. And I say that because I know how much of a busy lady you are and how much free time you have on your hands. And I know that free time with us all is like the biggest commodity. So big hugs to you, my darling. I put my camera off because I was having some connectivity issues with my hotspot. So yeah, if I've missed any questions in the chat room, I have okay, so yeah, Pat Mustard, I see what you wrote there, darling. I hear that. That's cool. So yeah, I'm going to try and not pay attention to the chat room because I've got to try and keep myself organic. Cece's just doing what he's doing just now, and I'm going to carry on talking. Not about any old thing. For anyone that's just tuned in, I've been doing some bits this week. I've been getting out there and having even more human interactions than I had when I originally started making content. When I originally started making content, I explained to everybody listening that I'd been awake for about 3 years now. And in those 3 years that I'd been awake, I've been having human interactions ever since I pertained to know the earth was flat. The earth was flat. That was like the cherry on the top. If you imagine all of the things that I'd known up until that point to be things that I was taught, then we can look at the truth like a Bakewell tart. We've got the short crust pastry as most of the conspiracies. We've got the almond cake in the middle as all of the fuckeries that goes on with the monetary system, the elites, the 3%. And then we've got the icing as everything that goes on in the media and the fake news. And then the cherry on the top for me was flat earth. I thought that the cherry on the top was the epitome of all truths that I was going to be awoken to. If I was to tell you that every week, you know, there was weeks that go past where my consciousness hasn't been expanded, then I would be a liar. Because I'm here to tell you that every week that I've lived ever since waking up to flat earth, my consciousness has just been expanded further and further and further. And I find that with my consciousness being expanded further, the language in which I use to describe what I'm consciously thinking doesn't quite match up to the new consciousness state that I'm in. I've been made aware of things that I didn't think my conscious was capable of understanding, like things that are beyond your comprehension. And I'm sure we can all resonate with things like that. I thought that I would be able to, you know, feasibly see that within a decade it would get to a tipping point, only to get about a year in and realize, okay, struggle is real. There's things constantly going on in the media that will downplay what's going on. And there'll be other things that will pertain to kind of let you feel like you've gone 2 steps forward, but 1 step back. With that being said, I went out this week and I feel like I pushed the envelope with an amazing, amazing person. My fiance and I, we invited someone that we didn't know to our home, someone that we'd never met before in real life. And it was liberating. I'll say liberating because what we did was we truly, truly broke out of the matrix. If someone had said to us 2 years ago, we would have met someone online and we would have just invited them to our house where our children are. Like we would have said to them, yeah, and for all the tea in China, would we do that? We would not do that. We just wouldn't do it. And yet here we are saying that we've done that. And I must say, like, John Smith Global, what an amazing man he is. I feel like we've adopted him into the family. I went and did some things this week that I could only have been inspired to do. I didn't think that, I didn't think that in my reality, I would be doing those things as quickly as I was doing them. You know, when you focus on doing something so much that you almost can't see anything else. If anyone has the time to go down my timeline and look at my first few hangouts, I clearly explained to you everything I had done up until that point. Every human interaction I tried to have, every angle I tried to use, every tool I tried to use as leverage to enable someone just to give me the airtime, the daylight in a dark corner, you know, the piss on me if I'm on fire, if you will. Just for someone to slow down in their life for long enough, just to listen to me saying, listen, have you looked into this? Have you seen this? Despite the cognitive dissonance, despite every negative comment I've ever had, every time someone has said, oh, do you know what, like, what difference does it make? Someone has said, oh, you know, doesn't matter to me either way. I don't feel like it's a labor of any sort, giving my time to show somebody, okay, look, we'll look into this, look into that, look into this, look into that. It might not be then, it might not be 6 weeks, it might not be 6 months, but eventually, one day, they will, you know it to be flat, like I said before. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it at this point. So, on that note, it is now midnight. I'm not really sure what's good with Cece, but I'm truly, truly grateful for everybody that is tuned in. And I truly intend to do another hangout every Sunday. And I will try and angle a time.
All right. I'm sorry. I met a friend over here who just wants to get into a little conversation with me. Just give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So
Anyway, most of the things that you're talking about, what got you into this? Like for instance, like I said, I do a little bit of navigation.
So you do navigation?
I do navigation.
I saw Nantucket.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No, my intentions are, I used to have 2 boats, and there are times.
Oh, okay.
And it's just interesting.
Oh,
I really, take a Marlboro if you want it.
Oh, yeah.
If you want a Marlboro, have a
Oh,
Marlboro.
excellent.
You're welcome to
Nice.
it. You know? And for the most part, I really don't need it. It's just something to do.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
retired, I'm bored. I said, well, let me do this too. Because when I'm going, for instance, up the Hudson River, up to Albany or something like that, my God, you know, and I got mountains on both sides. I don't need a sextant. Don't even need a compass, to tell you the truth. I just go straight up. I do need to know aids to navigation, though, because there are areas, if you're not paying attention, I'll probably land on a bunch of rocks.
Exactly.
You
But
know what I
my
mean?
point is, what about the air navigation? All right.
I believe they can. The
So
navigation
how does the plane itself, when you're in air, you know,
it might be a little different than my situation, but
so and there's no curvature of the earth at all.
we probably see the beautiful curvature.
Oh, well, that's the thing. He doesn't. It's all flat. I've got airline pilots telling me there's absolutely no curvature at all. At all.
Yeah.
On
we used to
this.
say that back in the 60s. You look outside the plane, and everything looks like a carpet. And in a sense, it's true. It looks like a carpet that's made up of squares, which is amazing if you think about it. But the further the way you go. The one thing I can tell you this, though. Here we are in New York, right? And we're going to look straight up, but we're going to leave the atmosphere, the hemisphere, the ionosphere, and we're going to literally go into space. Now, once we do
hold
this,
on. Now we're going to go into space. Okay, hold on. Can I put this on here? Okay, is that all right?
Yeah, no. Okay, it may slide off.
No, it's all right.
What I'm trying to say is, like, you know, we have friends in NASA, and they say,
Of course.
hey guys, hop on our rocket and get ahead. Don't worry about the fuel you're going to use and all that other shit. But we're sitting up there now, and we're out of all the fears, the hemisphere, the ionosphere, and all that other stuff. And we're looking down on Earth. Here's where you will see the speedage of the Earth.
Yeah, but
because now we can wait an hour, right? Now just an hour. Here we are on this finger, and here we are in New York. Let's wait 4 hours and come straight down. We'll probably be in California.
Probably.
Without even moving. They just
Exactly.
went straight up and
That's my
straight down.
point. But has
But they-
anybody proven that?
Oh, yeah, sure. That's,
Oh, no,
that's
they
easy.
haven't. So you're telling me I can go right in the atmosphere, stand still like a helicopter?
Like a helicopter. But you do
And-
have to be out of space. Like
Exactly.
the
All right.
astronauts.
So that's my point. So you're not a flat earther. Because there's no way that's possible. I mean, there really isn't.
Well, no, that still doesn't make the Earth flat because we still could be rounded because we are living on the exterior part of the globe.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
understand.
And this globe is turning.
But you're thinking the way I thought.
I mean,
was originally, which is fantastic.
well, that's
beautiful.
the way they taught
So
us
you,
at school.
no,
too, you know.
that's how they taught
They,
you in
they
school.
made us wind a little thing and watch all these things go around.
All right, there
I
you
never
go.
even
So,
fucking paid
so you get
attention.
so we get a helicopter right now.
Yeah, that wouldn't make it though.
Okay,
because
and we're
the
standing
dynamics.
still up there.
Yeah, not with a helicopter. Though.
Well, but
All right.
well,
Assuming
how
the
far do you
heli-
have to go up?
We have to go right out of everything.
Like out of the atmosphere.
Right. We're going to be dealing with oxygen and solid
Okay.
fuel, all the goodies that they put in these rockets. Because on Earth here, most of the machinery is like a helicopter, or even a jet for that matter, can function because it has the mixture. What is it? 80-20 or something?
I don't know what
Something like 80-20. And that's what's needed for these things to function, just like my car.
Yeah.
Same thing. Years ago, we had problems with the car. If you went to a higher elevation, you lost your brakes. And no one could figure out what the fuck's going on here. When you higher up elevation, and you're adding 14.7 for every 33 feet up.
Yeah, 33 feet up.
Right.
Remember that number, 33 feet up. Okay.
Your fluids are starting to boil.
Now, where did you learn that number, 33 feet up?
I learned that through spin diving. As a diver.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah.
you're not only you're actually a diver too.
Yeah, well, no, some would say no.
Okay,
But,
all right.
But I mean, I went through all the bullshit. You know
Excellent,
what I mean?
excellent.
I went through all the stuff. That, you get a friend, you do something like that, and then they're not interested. I mean, I used to have a motorcycle, only just got rid of it not long ago too.
I've never owned a motorcycle myself. So.
So I rode for like 40 years, something like that.
Yeah,
But it's just like everything else in the hot rod cars. I'm sure you did a little bit or not.
No, nothing.
You might be a little younger than I am, to tell you the truth there.
Oh, well, I'm 47.
So you're a lot younger than me. I'm in my 70s. So.
Oh, all right, there we go. So
And the reason why I know a lot of this now that we have our age, me and Columbus, we were pals.
Oh, there you go.
I don't want to take this out. I'm getting the fuck away from this guy. Say that again.
Well, that's why I
yeah.
handed you the card right there. You got to look it
Oh, you
up.
didn't know me and Columbus was just like that, Oh, it's good. But, but that stuff is interesting what you're doing.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to tell people about, the flat Earth that we live on. We're not moving.
I mean, that's what they felt. Funny, we're talking about Columbus. Remember in school, they thought that the Earth was flat and they were going to fall off and all that other kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So actually, what you're talking about is bringing us back to those days.
Yeah.
When they actually
which is
thought
500
about it.
years ago. I mean, almost 500 years
The only
ago.
problem, sometimes we're going to get into what we're going to say. For instance, let's talk about latitude.
Okay.
And that's a line that actually a lot of people may not get this part right, but it's a line that actually encircles the Earth. Because when we do all this shit in school and everything like that, we always deal with a line. And, no one ever really said, wait a minute, you not only have to learn this, but I want you to get the true picture of it. Because this is where navigators make a big mistake. Even the ones in the Navy.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Make
With the
these
Navy.
errors.
So, I mean, is there any with the plane that's going across the plane itself as a navigator? I mean, is there any adjustment for the curvature of the Earth at all? Is it? No,
I mean,
it isn't. I mean, you've been on a plane before. Right?
Oh yeah. But
I mean, I don't feel any.
I asked them if I go up front. They said no.
No, of course not. You don't like kids up there.
Before the service. I thought, could you do something for an old man? That's something front for a minute. And I hear the lock on the door to 169.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not no threat here.
Well, the thing is I don't feel any tilt at all when you're flying through the sky. There should be some sort of glitch, when you're flying across the sky, and the pilots themselves don't even say that there's anything. They're not even.
You know what it is? The pilot gets saying he got everything set and everything back for his longitude, latitude, and then he's just gonna go.
Exactly, that's my point.
And
so the computer system's running the entire.
Oh yeah, that's what's going on today. That's why I'm a little concerned about some of the things that I'm looking into. Because when I go out there, I could just press a couple of buttons and just say, all right, I'm in New York. I get it. I take my boat out to an area where it's away from the shipping lanes and all that. And I get it relatively ship compass set to a certain area. I'll look at my paper chart and it'll set, for a matter of speaking. Now, this is not going to be accurate, but 52 north. And I'll set it for 52 north. Then I start pressing buttons. We put an autopilot on in that today. That's something that's here for you.
Okay.
We invested into
the same with the ships.
AR, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
All right.
So
we put AR.
Okay. All right. Now I have another thing to bring up with you. All right. Don't get me started about this shit.
But I'm not sure. You know what? I will not dispute what you're saying. But one day I'm going to be out there and say, hey, I got to find that guy. I got his card. He's fucking right. I mean, I'm falling here.
Well, you're not going to be able to miss my play. It's NASA lies over there. So how does
it's cute? It's cute what you're talking about.
How does
I'm just amazed how you got involved. I can see how I did it, because I'm going to come home someday and go to McDonald's. And I think if I get out there and I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to be one sick puppy, man.
Now I want you to think about one thing. How does water bend?
How does water bend?
Yeah. Because it does, apparently.
No, you're talking about water out of a hole?
No. How does water bend around the planet?
Just the moisture part of the water? I
mean, here's our planet. Picture it like this. Yeah. So water is bending to it. So where is the gravitational pull? How does it actually? What is the explanation?
That might be the answer to the gravitational pull that you're talking about.
I don't know.
I don't know. But water. When it comes to boats in a way, water starts to appear to be something like water, air, and gas is all at one.
Sure. So,
but it really, in theory, it's not. Right? Water is one of the, water, ice, and gas basically are three different things.
So,
when we work with numbers, depending on what kind of boat you have, we're going to use water and gas, and we gotta play with the numbers with those two. Because when I'm out there, I'm an airplane with a wing upside down.
Okay.
So my dynamics are this way.
So what you're saying is water actually bends. How is that possible? Have you ever seen water bend?
Well, I mean, I've seen water come out of fire holes and it arcs.
And it arcs.
It arcs. I mean, I can explain what's going on.
Yeah, gravity itself.
They say gravity
doesn't really exist the way. Well, no, gravity, doesn't exist as the way we thought. Gravity is a joke. Okay, so it's just anything heavier than air is gravity.
Well, anything heavier than air, it's going to fall.
Exactly.
And actually, cold air falls, warm air rises.
Exactly. Okay.
That's why I tell a lot of people, put your AC up in the attic, man. It comes right down on you.
Okay.
And, put a vent, cut a hole, put a vent, and you'll get a nice AC on you. If you don't have what I have is the area that the AC goes in.
Yeah.
Some people have to stick it in windows. I say, I hate an air conditioner in the window. Okay. It picks up the window, So but I can't believe it. When you came over and you did this. I'll tell you why.
Hey, look, I had to come over and say hi.
Every once in a
while,
I'm sitting here, right, and I'm thinking about a little something because I go over a lot of things. And what I was going over was the position line.
Yeah.
I just took the line and I took everything else off it, whether it would be from A to B, that's a position line.
Sure.
The first part of it anyway, right? And you could be starting off with a known position, or you could be starting off from where you think you are. Sometimes you'll set a position and you're so far away from land, you're going to say, well, this is where I think I am. So I'm going to draw a little circle. And I'm going to say, now my position line's going to...
So they don't have GPS?
Oh, no. When you put the GPS, you don't even need it.
Exactly.
This shit I need...
It doesn't exist. Now, let me ask you a question.
No, I can press the button and just say... Hey, Joe.
Have you ever seen a satellite up there?
No, I can't say I personally seen it. No, I think
how many satellites that are up there?
Oh, yes. Something that's no doubt up there.
There should be 40,000 satellites.
And something's going to land on it. Didn't we have a problem about 3 months ago?
Maybe.
There was something.
Where did it go? It landed in the ocean. We never saw it.
I don't know. When it re-enters, it burns up. And I said, thank God.
There you go.
Heaven. Oh, boy.
Exactly.
But I'm amazed what you're doing, though. What you're looking at. How did you get involved with this stuff? Because,
I woke up.
Someone said,
and you'll wake up.
Something hit you. In a way, though, like, I hate to say it right now, maybe this is my thoughts or something like that.
Sure.
So someone says, Joe, you know what? Gravitational, the 14.7 bullshit. Although if you use the number and you believe in it,
Yeah.
it could work. Like for instance, red means stop, green means go on a red light and green light, right? So it could be wrong, but this is the way we accept it, and then it works because we all say we'll all stop at red and we'll all go green. So that makes it work.
Yeah.
Whether it's true,
We don't know.
We don't know, and that's
Exactly.
the line you're in. And I guess it takes scientists or somebody to.
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah,
I'm
neither
nothing.
am I.
I have no PhD.
I just need to be thinking about my line, my position line.
Sure.
Because that's
Well,
not,
that's why I had to talk to you.
that's
I
not
mean,
a line to
a
steer.
boating guy, I
Yeah,
mean,
you
you
down the
understand.
road.
I mean,
But I don't.
on the water, and you don't see any level at all.
Well, when I do look at the horizon, if we're going to take a fix on it,
Sure. Doesn't it look flat to you?
Yes, it's going to appear because we can't see.
Because we're too small.
It's well, in a sense, yeah, that's right.
So flat.
Oh yeah, that's going to appear to be flat as in flat.
How do you know that?
You know what I mean?
How do you know?
We only know what we see.
Correct.
In a sense, you know what I mean? But then again, when you look at all your measurements, then I can use that measurement and then come up on it and put it with something, the sun.
Oh yeah,
the moon,
the sun and don't get me started with the sun and the moon.
But I'm just saying.
All right, one thing I want
to triangle this,
all right.
And then I can say, well, I'm 2,500 miles away.
I'm sorry. What's your name? Joe. Chris.
All right,
I'm going to leave you.
You look familiar.
I'm going to leave you with one thing.
Anybody work for the city or anything?
No.
This guy on a job there. You remind me of him so much.
I have that familiar face.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you with one thing. Okay. After all these billions of years, the solar eclipse with the sun and the moon, the sun being 93 million miles away. Okay, and the moon being 200.
You just talked.
Okay, all right, and the moon. All right, hold on. And the moon being 250,000 miles away. These things are going to be the same exact size to cause an eclipse.
Or one could be greater than the other.
Of course, it can.
Absolutely. Here we have the sun, and the sun actually is not moving, but sun planet is.
But the sun is moving now.
Well, that's
they taught our kids now that the sun is actually moving at 65,000 miles per hour. Oh, yes, I do.
I remember when my daughter was young, then they called
I was standing stationary, and that's how we learned it.
Listen, do not do homework with your kids and start laying what you know on them.
Sure.
Let them study. I mean, praise them, get the papers. Oh, I see the star.
Yeah.
But don't teach them the way we know because it's all, we do it differently. I said, sure, I won't say nothing. They say we have to be careful. However, my daughter never came to me and says, Dad, you got it wrong. You're flatter than us. She never brought that.
She never brought it up. But they're not going to teach that in school.
I don't know.
But I do want to leave you one thing.
She's truly a real scientist.
Well, then she said,
oh, okay. I mean,
I might get into this the next time.
She's what they call a science master or something, or a major. What's higher? Master's degree. What's higher, the master, the major? Whatever the higher
major
level is.
Degree. Yeah,
then that's what she is. And then she gave it up and became a surgeon.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, okay. She has one of those.
So she's been really indoctrinated.
She's really at the books.
So she's been very well indoctrinated.
Yeah, right.
All right, so I'll leave you on this one note.
But you may be right, but what do we do about it, though?
That's the whole question.
That's what I was going to tell you before.
That's my question.
You and I are going to still be standing here.
Exactly.
Maybe have another conversation someday.
That's my point. What
does that prove?
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. What do I do about this? All right, so NASA.
If you're going to use it, that's the problem.
But NASA is taking all of your money out of your taxes that are doing absolute bullshit.
To a large extent, yeah.
They've been lying since the beginning.
Oh, we've been lied to by. I'm not convinced of that. We've been lied to by every.
But we didn't go to
I
the
even
moon.
told the wife, I said, honey, when things get really bad, you make sure you can take care of yourself. Don't depend on them.
All right.
When they told the people to go back into the building, I said, I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
but bring up 9/11.
Been lying to
Why
us
would you tell the people
from
to go back
the
in the
beginning?
building?
The reason why the government created NASA is because they needed an excuse.
Probably. Like they needed an excuse for the Vietnam War that we would support.
So
I'm saying, the Vietnam War is being fought to prove a point to our allies.
So you're talking about the Vietnam? Oh my God! Don't get me fucking started about this.
To prove a point.
No, this is
all these fucking guys.
All right.
To prove to our allies. I wonder what the allies are. Here's the fucking button. If anybody fucks with you, I will press it. But I'm not sending tens of thousands of guys over here to get slaughtered.
Okay.
You know, because you can't fight like them jungle people can, you know. Holy shit, you know. They're just born there, you know.
I have to get back to this chat.
But I'm glad I made you laugh a little bit.
I'm not going anywhere. I'll be back.
Well, I just can't believe it.
Don't worry.
I'm not gonna believe this stuff.
I'm going to tell you more about it.
Well done, Cece. Well done, dude. But I'm super proud of you, man.
Did you get any of that at all?
Yeah, we got all of it. You know what?
Oh, excellent. Good. Okay, that is somebody. Oh, this is
Well
great.
done for getting out there. Well done for getting out there. You just literally got out your car. Sorry, everybody.
I mean, I'm sorry about that. You know, I mean, that was like a half an hour conversation.
I'm
sorry to keep you.
Because this.
I had to do it.
Yeah, it is organic. Like, we didn't plan any of this in advance.
No, not at all.
What's brilliant is that all of you guys in the chat room, you were watching CC do that. And I know.
Oh, by the way, he didn't want it recorded. So, I mean, I couldn't put my camera on him.
You don't need to worry. At least you got back, CC, and you how you interact with those people.
Oh, I lost you. Damn it. Fuck. Hold on. Let me try to keep quiet. Okay, I got you. I got you right there. Okay.
Themselves.
Oh, there you go. Good. I got you.
So when you're interacting, you don't need to kind of get to watch yourself doing this, but no, this is so.
Fuck.
Obviously, there's people watching you interacting with that person, and obviously, there's people watching you that are interacting with that person that have done interactions themselves. So I think you'll find it really useful to see the constructive help that people have got in the chat room for you. Any advice that they've got for little bits and in, or because that's what we're constantly building on our repertoire of information.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
that's
this
what
guy,
I'm doing every time I go and
20...
have a human interaction with someone.
I mean, this gentleman who's 75 years old, who's an aeronautical, captain. Apparently, I mean, he was on a boat. This is what he did for a living, and he's very meticulous. I'm watching him clean his car right now. I can't believe he's doing this in my town. But I mean, I could not. I mean, I gave him the card. By the way, Dearth gave me that card. Let me see if I got a couple of them here. Yeah, he gave me a couple of cards right here. So I'm handing them out, to people out there. And it's probably the best thing to do.
And when you're having, sorry, I'm just using my cushion here to kind of lean on. When you're having human interactions with people, see, when you originally started having those interactions, you had them without any kind of clerical stuff, to give people.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And where we're at right now, I'm just going to scroll into the chat room real quick. Okay.
No
and
problem.
Ask the chat room if they had any questions for me. I also want.
Could you hear that conversation I had with them at least?
We did. So I want to ask anybody if you have any questions for CC, fire away. I asked the chat room if they had any questions for me. That being said, I am going to. I'm going to try and go into the chat room.
Okay.
And
all right. You sound like an echo when I go into the chat room, so I can't go in there, which sucks.
Very tough. It's probably not good if I say to Lauren, "Don't tell Lauren, will you marry me?" Is that you trying to ask your fiance to marry her? If that is, leave red path in the chat room. That is cute. Is that like the first flat Earth proposal? If it is, that's deep. That's
for me?
That's very.
She's asking me to marry her? Oh, come on.
No, you remember Lee that came on with us the other week? Remember Lee and his partner?
Oh,
Lauren,
yeah,
she
yeah,
played
no,
the
no, you
guitar.
broke up. I'm sorry, I couldn't
Remember?
hear you. You broke up.
So Lee says, don't tell Lauren, will you marry me? What numbers? Oh, if I had those 6 lucky numbers, trust me, I would say it. Please take a poll. Sorry, I'll just say who that was from. That was from Chris Lamb asking for the lottery numbers. But Walter Williams, please take a poll in the chat room. Moon landing, yes or no? It's a no. No
No,
brainer for
I
me.
would say so. That is absolutely no brainer for me too.
No.
We did
So if
not
everybody
land
in the
on the
chat-
moon. The moon does not
Yes or
exist as you know it. It's a freaking
Exactly.
goddamn hologram as far as I'm concerned, or it does not exist. You will. It's like a rainbow almost. I mean, you'll never ever be able to get to it. You know what? I don't. You know, I'm not going to tell you this. You've got to investigate it. I'm just telling you what I believe and what I think, and that's all.
Well done. So it's a no.
Negative.
It's a no, yeah?
The sun and the moon have been bothering me ever since I've gotten
Okay.
into this. And I'm not really quite sure exactly what they are. Okay. They don't seem like physical objects. I realize people can take the temperature and say, you know, the sun is emitting light. Of course it is. It's emitting heat. And the moon is also a different projection. So if you're telling me the moon itself is, when you can, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense at all that these are two different objects. One is not bouncing off light off of the other. All right. I mean, you've got the moon that seems like it's its own light source. It's its own source of energy, and you can see this. I mean, you can measure it with one of those whatever that thing is that they have that radiates the heat off of an object. I mean, you can see that the moon is definitely its own heat source and also its own object that's ejecting its own energy. These are not working together. These are two totally separate objects. You know, the sun is where it is, and the moon is where it is, and that's it. That's end it right there.
Exactly. Exactly. Good question. Oh God, no, I can't find them. Don't tell me, Murray. Oh no, that's a silly question. Not a silly question, but I can't answer that. That's ridiculous. Okay, our allegiance to I don't know if it's a question, I'm just reading it. Our allegiance to what we understand as authority is the first step to get out of this fuckery. I can't stress that enough. Well said.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
what does it
bastards.
feel like to be? Oh, bless you, Karen, in the chat room. I don't know if I'm the queen of street activism in London, but I'm definitely the Roxanne of street activism in London. I'm not sure you're going to get another Roxanne, so I'm definitely the Roxanne of street activism in London. But more the merrier. The more girls that want to join me, and please, I don't know if she's coming to the hangout this evening, but I know there's another lady that has a London accent, and her name is Lady Legs 70 something, and she has a London accent, and I would really love to have lunch with her. If she is in London and she's within local to me, I'd love to link up with her and have lunch with her.
Excellent.
So, yeah, Chilster Deluxe. What was taped up at the banner at the bottom? Eric Debay 200 proofs. All you've got to do is go on to John Smith Gobly and go and have a look at the comments that are coming from Eric right now. I'm not sure what's going on with Eric right now. Like, I'm a bit worried about Eric, to be honest with you. Like, Eric's like, Eric, bruv, are you all right? Like, sorry, I'm just going to put a shout out to Eric Debay. Like, bro, like, talk to me. Like, can you see me right now? Eric, bruv, I beg you play this in back. Look at what I'm saying to you. Are you okay? Like, are you all right? Honestly, don't know where you are in this international flat plane of existence right now, but wherever you are, I'm asking if you're all right, bro, because I'm not sure you're all right. Like, who was that artist that done that good bit of artwork? Was his name Van Gogh? Who was the guy that cut off? What was the guy that cut off man's ear? Who cut off his ear? Who cut off his ear?
Oh, that was shoot, that's right. He cut off his ear, and
Who
yeah,
was
no,
it?
I know what you're talking about.
Who was it, everyone? Who was it?
Somebody's got to know in the chat. Who was
Someone.
that cut off? It was yeah, he chopped off his ear because of his stroke.
Van Gogh. Okay.
What was it? Bangkok. All right.
Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, my brother from another mother. It's a London slang. It's London slang. Eric, you've done some bits, all right? Full ratings to you. You've done lots of bits, you know. You put some work in, bruv. You've done some books. You've done some research. You are probably the forefront of research on flat Earth. So please tell me, why are you liking videos of man that's having a go at women? What are you dealing with, bruv? Like, get at me. Like, my email address is operationrealness@yahoo.com. Like, holler at me on Google Hangouts, bruv. Have a phone conversation and tell me what's good. If everybody's equal, you're not too big to gig, you know. You're not no freaking celebrity. You're the forefront of flat Earth, but you're not no celebrity to me, you know. Don't think I'm some groupie, bruv. Don't get it twisted. Yeah? Don't get it freaking twisted. I asked you a question on John Smith Global, yeah? And you didn't answer it. Answer the question, bruv. Go on to John Smith Global and answer that question. Yeah? You're real, answer that question. Your work.
Yeah, you know.
Say this, piece, see your 200 proofs, bruv. See your 200 proofs. That's standing up. That's going to go down in history like Van Gogh. But don't cut off your ears despite your face, rude boy. Don't try to go out there and make out you're some Wing Chun expert, yeah, and you're all spiritually centered, yeah, and you can't see right from wrong, bruv. Don't make out what Del done is all right, bruv. Don't try fucking vouch for man's shit. When man's having a go at females, that's Operation Realness. Know yourself, brother. Know yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You hear me, rude boy? Don't go around the flat plane of existence, yeah, preaching shit, because you're going to end up like Van Gogh, bruv. People are going to hold up your 200 proofs. They're going to dismiss you as a person. Don't fall down in the face of glory. You've done so much. Stand up, have a backbone, and stand up for what's right. Yeah? Calling you out.
All right.
Don't be a little snake. Bro. Don't be a little fucking pussy-footed snake. Stand up. Stand up. Answer my comment, bro. Anyway.
I have no idea what's wrong with Eric Dubé.
Let me just reel it back in. Chillster Deluxe, where are you coming from with that, bruv? Because you're a moderator on my chat. So can you just clarify what you're saying, bruv? Because Chillster, as far as I'm concerned, up until this moment, you're Operation Realness. So prove me right. Your Operation Realness. Where was that comment coming from? Was that a helpful comment or was that a disruptive comment? Because I'm hoping you've looked on John Smith Global. I'm hoping you're seeing the shit that Eric's writing on John Smith Global's video, you know?
Is he on right now? Eric Dubé now is on here?
No. Don't get twisted. No, Eric's not in the chat or anything. But listen, Eric's been writing some disrespectful shit. Eric's been writing some disrespectful shit on John Smith Global's channel, you know? And John Smith Global is all handing out business cards and got banners with man's name on it. So I'm saying, Eric, what are you dealing with?
Why the hell would he go after him? I mean, Jesus.
Public like that? Why are you coming for men like that? Go the fuck up. What, are you sitting in some Muay Thai shit now with your feet up on the table going on like you're some fucking guru? Like elevating.
Oh, no.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You're equal, innit? If you're on Wing Chun, you're on that whole vibe, bro. Don't mock it. Don't mock it at all, bro. Not a good look. So really and truthfully, I just wanted to know, Chillster Deluxe, you asked why Eric Dubé was taken off the banner. I'm asking why you were asking that, because it just didn't seem like a very helpful comment to come out with in the chat room, and you're a moderator. So I'm just you've done so much helpful stuff in the past. That's why it just kind of like, I'm just like, like concerns your Operation Realness. I'm just asking you, like, well, go on. In the statement, it's not a black statement, but before anyone starts coming with me talking about I think I'm black and stuff, I saw what was going on in Jamie's hangout. So I'm just saying, what's good? What's good? Philster, you know it's all love. I'm not coming with no egotistical stuff. If I go further back in the chat, Chilster, you're asking why. Roxanne, what was taped up on the banner at the bottom? That's what you asked me. Roxanne, what was taped up at the banner at the bottom? Eric Dubay, 200 proofs. You know that was Eric Dubay, 200 proofs. Everyone's been talking about that. So you clarify whether you knew that or not, because if you didn't know that, you've been living under a rock, Chilster. So tell me what's good. And that is all good. Look, high five. Can you whatever device you're holding right now, Chilster, just in 3, 2, 1, high five. Okay? Okay, genuinely, if you were wondering what was taped up at the bottom, then look, this is what we need to do in the real life moment. We need to nip things in the bud so that things don't get blown out of proportion. Like I said, I was coming at you with all love, but I needed to nip that in the buds, yeah? Chilster has been nothing but Operation Realness. Chilster, do you remember when you were in Globebusters and you asked Globebusters why they never responded to my open letter? I remember that. Yeah, I was signed out watching because I wanted to see if they responded. You remember when you asked them? Chat room's a little bit delayed. I'm just trying to ask Chilster something right now. Chilster, do you remember going into Globebusters and asking them why they never responded to my open letter? Because you saw that open letter. I asked them what was good. And I'm not doing drama right now. I just want Chilster to understand that I know the levels that this guy's gone to speak up for me. So I don't think that was coming with no hate. I just wanted to clarify what was going on, because with Chilster, it's all love. So you do remember, yeah? Trust me, I know, bruv, you've gone out of your way to speak for me from the get-go, and you don't know me and I don't know you. We've never spoken to each other in real life. I don't actually know what you look like. You know what I look like, someone here, but I don't know what you look like. So Chilster, just know that I've clocked that you've done certain things where you've spoken up for me, and I fully appreciate that. That's why you're a moderator on my chat. That's why it alarmed me just now when you were asking that, because I thought you were trying to... But obviously, I've just brought up Eric Dubay. I was triggered. Whether you knew or not, I've asked you. You said you didn't know. You said you didn't know, and I'm taking you at face value unless you show me something different. But other than that, thank you for clarifying that. I fully appreciate that. And I'm sorry to do that. It's like 1:45 in the morning in the UK. I don't want to think...
Which it is right now. It's 7:31 here.
I'm tired. I've had a long week in general, but I wanted to clarify that because I didn't want to have any misconstrued feelings. So,
yeah, I don't know any of these people. I really don't. I mean, I know nobody. There's very few people I know here in the U.S. and in the UK. I don't know Eric Dubay. All these people, I have no idea. I mean, I know of them, but they, they're there putting videos out, and it doesn't make a difference to me. I could care less.
So just for me, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to nip things in the bud, and that's what I'm classifying it as, nipping things.
Well, have any of them offended you? Nobody's offended you. I mean, I get these trolls all the time. I mean, they're just fucking assholes. I mean, they're there. They want to attack you, and they're going to get you to a point where they're going to get you really, really depressed. And there's no doubt in anybody's mind, we're putting ourselves out there. We are putting our faces out there. Yeah. I mean, we are out there.
Sorry, I'm just clarifying this for the chat room. I'm personally calling out Mel, Jamie, and Rebecca. See if you don't personally get in contact with me, I'm still going to call you a snake. I don't give a fuck what anyone in the chat room says. I'm just saying that right now. I've said in the chat room why I've said that. I gave my girl my address and my telephone number. If she doesn't reach out to me, she's a snake. Jamie, don't reach out to me, he's a snake. Mel, don't reach out to me, snake. I'm just saying that for the chat room's basis as well. I'm saying that for everyone's basis. It's on snakes, bruv. Unless you snake, you contact me. I'm not having a bar of it. And anyone in the chat room, I couldn't give two flying fucks what they think about those people in the chat room. I'm just telling you, they're snakes to me. Yeah? Mel, Jamie, Rebecca. What's good? I'm here. Number from you haven't texted me. You've only gone back and forth on Google Hangouts, and you haven't really.
Well, it ends. Look, it ends.
Me.
Yeah. Look, I put my number out there and I put my information out there for one sole reason.
Thank you for tuning in. Cheers, you.
That's it. You have beef? Contact me. That's all.
Yeah. All right, Chillstar. If Mel tried, then Mel's got us, Chillstar. I've already come off with Mel on Google Hangouts, so Mel knows what's good. My Google Hangouts. I'm looking at my phone now. Let me look at my notifications. Let me see my notifications, everybody. And I'm not going to show you them, but I'm going to look at them. Okay. So let me see if Mel's reached out. No. Has Jamie reached out? No.
No. Of course not. No.
No. Yeah. When they do though, I'll holler at everybody, yeah? But if everyone wants to know, the last time Mel hollered at me, yeah, was the 1st of April. Here we go. Here we go. No response. Yeah? Mel Beergard. Can everyone see that? Mel Beergard. My screen's cracked, yeah? Look.
Yeah, that's how mine looks.
Yeah. From 1st of April, man don't want to say nothing to me, you know? Nothing to me. So after the unity thing, do you think he reached out to me? No, none of that, people. So now you've seen it. Now you've seen it for your fucking self. Does everyone want to see the Rebecca's one? I'll show people the Rebecca's one, you know? I'll show people how Rebecca ain't got back to me. Do you want to see when Rebecca spoke to me? 29th of April. Use your brains, people. That was the day I told everybody that I watched John Smith Globely. That was the last day Rebecca got hold of me. Yeah? So there we go. And before I went live, I hollered at her. Yeah? Look at the date. Rebecca's Way. Rebecca's Way. Look at the date, everyone. 29th of April. If you look at the time, you can see that's before I went live. I hollered at her before I went live, you know. That's how much love it was. You think she responded? Did she fuck? Did she fuck? So what does that tell everyone in the chat room? Mate, Chillstar, relax yourself right now, yeah? Man can get a hold of me on Google Hangouts, yeah? We've done this whole Google Hangouts thing, yeah? Do you understand what I'm saying? Man's got the personal contact. Man can holler at me anytime he wants, like one of my personal friends, and he doesn't. You understand what I'm telling you, Chillstar Deluxe? You hear where I'm coming from, bruv. He's not Operation Realness, bruv. None of them little characters are.
Now, Dave, I'm surprised about Rebecca's Way. She's commented on a couple of my things.
Understand what I'm telling you? I gave my girl my address and my telephone number, and she don't want to respond to me from the 29th of April. Are you starting to get this into your head?
That was a month ago.
You seeing shunning? I'm telling you that was going on from that day. They done shunned me from that day, bruv. Mel, Jamie, and Rebecca all done fucking shunning me. Don't let no one tell you different, yeah? If anyone's telling you different, you're just back at school in the fucking schoolyard getting played by a bunch of fucking dickheads, bruv. And if that's what you want to deal with, go for it. But Chillstar, don't fucking vouch for people that are not Operation Realness, bruv. I'm giving you that Operation Realness advice from now. I've just showed you personal fucking shit on my phone. I'm telling you, these people have longed me off.
No, you know what it is? No, this is how it is with me. Okay, look, we got a lot of... I know you're pissed. I know you're fucking pissed. Okay, I can understand that. Okay.
Just point onwards now, Chillstar. Stop vouching for Mel in my chat room, please. All right?
There's no vouching for anybody unless if you meet them in person. If you don't meet him in person, I can't vouch for anybody. Bottom line, that's it. Okay? That's all. I got to meet you in person. All right? I don't give a shit about all these fucking subs and all this nonsense. I don't even know if they're fucking real as far as I'm concerned. You know? I mean, who the fuck knows what Google's doing with all the goddamn YouTube shit that's going on there? If I don't meet you in person, you know what? It's just all bullshit. Look, you got to meet people in person.
If people in here want to like Rebecca and Jamie, that's their prerogative. I'm not here to put them off.
That's fine. Or a live chat. It's going to be so difficult for me to meet you in person. No, I know. I'm cutting you off. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I know.
Jamie's channel. That's the reason I'm here now, you know. Can you believe that? Can you believe Jamie's channel is the very fucking reason I'm here now making content? Because when I was in his hangout, they all encouraged me to make content. So here I am. and man snaked me.
Yeah.
If man didn't snake me, I just want to be able to have a peaceful fucking discussion about it. But I don't really see that's going to happen. And if it does,
No,
happen,
it's not. It's not.
fine.
It's not.
If it
It's
doesn't,
not going to happen.
it doesn't. So yeah, that's where I'm with that. And I did want clarification on that, but I don't really want to get triggered by the chat room. But I just want things clarified, like, you know, if people are going to start vouching for people in my chat room, I'd rather just show them personal details. It just says, look, bro, bang, people didn't get back to me. What you lot are saying, it's a personal thing. It wasn't comments on YouTube. It was Google Hangouts. It was personal. So, you know, do what you want with that. And as far as Beyond the Imaginary Curve goes, I commented on his video. I asked him to get back to me. I went into his chat room. I asked him to go live. I asked him to go back and forth with me, and he didn't. And he was using my channel and removed me. So bang, that's it. I'm not feeding them channels. That's that. You lot do what you want. I'm not going to cuss you out for doing anything, but don't try and bring them people into my chat rooms and start swaying my chat rooms with them people, because them people snaked me out. That's it. That's all I've got to say on that. But back to the organics of this. Fire away, Cece.
Oh, I could fire away. I don't even get me started with this nonsense. I mean, it's just, look, I don't need to meet you, you know, I mean, because I can see just by talking to you, you're real. But there's certain people around here that I do need to meet, you know, that I want to know what the hell is going on. Because there's definitely a conspiracy about inside of the flat earth. And so far, everybody that I've met are my brother at this point. And they always will be, you know, and there's only a couple of people that I've met. And I'm actually, this week, I'm going to meet somebody else too, you know, and
yeah?
I'm actually in person. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, that's where it is. You know, I mean, you gotta shake hands physically with somebody. If not, then talk to them one-on-one, or her or him, whoever it may be. I mean, have an organic conversation with somebody, you know, one-on-one, you know, and that's really what's important. That's how pathetic it's really gotten at this point, where we're now getting infiltrated through the fucking YouTube community through fucking flat Earth. That it's being, you know, there it is.
By other people that pretend to know the Earth's flat. That's what I don't get. That's what I really don't get. You know?
No, well, that this has all been created. So there are people in this fake YouTube community that are trying to get us to think about other things and argue about this. And there's no reason to argue about it amongst each other. There really isn't. And look, we all know the Earth is flat. I mean, who cares what the fuck your YouTube channel does? Who cares what I'm doing? You know, I mean, we're all just putting ourselves out there, and people are commenting, and they're watching us. You know, that's the most important part. They're watching other people too. Whether they think they're fake or real, I don't care. You know, but we're still putting ourselves out there. And that's the most important part. I mean, we are creating right now. What you're seeing right now is a group of people that are interacting with each other, that they probably would have never interacted with each other before. You know, and they're going to meet each other across the continent, across the world.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what we're putting together here.
That's exactly what they're seeing with us, CC. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're just doing that now. We're having that public conversation now. We're doing that right now across the pond, regardless of the time it is where I am. You know?
Yeah, and everybody else that are joining us, who knows where they are? You know, I mean, they could be fucking, you know, I mean, across the plane. Who the fuck knows? But they're actually going to get into contact with each other. They're going to say, hey, look, that comment that somebody left right there, I like that comment. You know, I'm going to leave another comment to him. And that's going to, or her, or whoever it may be, but that comment's going to lead to another comment. And that person is going to get in contact with that person who left the comment. And that's what's so important about these live conversations. Because you don't know. It's just, you know, it's just you and me and other people interacting, and it's thousands of, well, maybe not thousands, but hundreds of other people that are interacting with each other, that are just coming together to just saw this live chat and said, who the fuck is, what's going on here? You know, I mean, whose channel is this? You know, they look at numbers and stuff like that, but it's popping up right now on that Google search on live conversations for Flat Earth. Did you put Flat Earth for the
I did.
description, by the way? All right, there you go. Okay, so anybody that goes on to Flat Earth, they're going to see us talking right now.
Yeah, and I would urge everybody that makes any kind of something just really resonated with me today, and I think I've said it to a couple of people already. I've noticed a worry, and that worry is that we're telling people to research Flat Earth in conversation every time. It's like a quick pro quo go to research Flat Earth. But where's that sending people? It's not sending people.
I mean,
so the reason I'm saying that is those of you, like me, the others that pertain to know that they're real, yeah? We need to kind of start putting research Flat Earth into the titles of our videos, because we need to influx YouTube with research Flat Earth videos. Even if
that's true. That's true. I agree. Yeah, no, I'm going to agree on that one right there.
Put those words, research Flat Earth, in, because I've also thought about putting those words in all of the videos that I've done to this point, because I'm worried now about what happens when you just go on to any kind of, Google search, YouTube search, and just put in Flat Earth research or Flat Earth. A load of bullshit comes up.
Yeah, no, it does, and there's no way of getting, small channels to pop up within,
No, I'm not worried about the small channels. I know that the small channels, we've got no chance of popping, but I think that really, truth speaking wise, I think if it's good, if the truth is going to be subverted, then maybe people should just put it up in every video that they do, Flat Earth research, and then whatever they're going to say, because people are trying to do Flat Earth. I don't know. Maybe that thought's not completely finite, but I think that people need to maybe look at what they're putting in the titles of their videos. And I'm not talking about from my perspective. I'm just talking about generically for everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Activism is being done. NASA does lie. NASA lies a lot, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. They all lie.
It's lies that have, fuck. It's just so bad that, fuck. I can't even, I've told you this 100 times. I watch the TV, okay, only while I'm cleaning up.
Thank you so much, Authentic Intent, for tuning in. It's not normal for me to be on this late at night, and everyone can probably see I'm so tired. I've had a long week. But Authentic Intent, thank you so much for tuning in. Dude, I'm just going to bring it in here and give you a cuddle. I'm going to give you a hug. Dude, I'm hoping that you're feeling that hug, because the stuff you're doing is just, it's just big.
Oh, Authentic Intent? Oh, excellent. Excellent.
You're doing bits, mate. You're doing proper bits.
Yeah, no, good, great channel. Another great channel.
I'm saying it to everyone earlier on. First time I saw you with your table and chairs, I was like, mate, just getting people to slow down in their lives for long enough. Sorry. Getting people
Everything all right?
Lives. Yeah, I'm good. It's just a lot. He just took it to it. As far as I'm concerned, he's pushing the envelope in his own way. And he's standing up by himself, and he's doing what he's doing, regardless of what's going on left and what's going on right. He's doing what he's doing. He's like a proper, as far as I'm concerned, we've all got to respect each other. We've all really got to respect each other's journeys.
Yeah, that really did touch a chord right there. We do. All right, we have to respect each other, and we're not.
It's not for us to pontificate to others what should be more important to them than what's important to us. But one thing that massively resonated with me with Authentic Intent, and Josh, I just want to big you up on that one, was that the intention of putting a table and chairs out there, just the idiosyncrasy that in its own right, and getting people to slow down in the rat race of life long enough to just have a conversation with you. The way you set it up, it was the most intrusive thing I've ever seen, where you've given people the opportunity to just pull up a chair and say, you're right, just from one human being to another. Forget what culture you're from, forget what race you're from. It's just from one human being to another. And that's where I was coming from with the handshake. What are we really giving the truth? Are we giving the truth this, or are we giving the truth this? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we coming at it like this to people?
No, we can't. You can't come like that with people. You gotta open your hands.
Come to like this is authorities, yeah, which is why I took it to Parliament. That's why I took it to Downing Street. That's why I shouted at the top.
Which is absolutely fantastic.
I
love it. I love it. I can't tell you. I'm going to fucking White Plains, surrogate court right there, dead bang, front bay window. I want to just sit there in front of their place right now. I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm tired of this shit. You know. Sorry.
Real talk, Stacey. Real talk. But when you're on the roads talking to the people, you've got to come to them like this. And I was at my train station like this. I was just trying to hold up my hand and just try and shake people's hands and just get them to slow down enough to talk to me.
And you had much success.
It was just out of this. It was out of my mind. It was in the next.
But don't you like this though? I mean, here we are, no script, nothing. Crap. We've got nothing. You know, there's nothing going on. We didn't talk about this before we got into a live conversation at all. We're just letting it go. All right. And we have people coming in, and hopefully they're listening. You know, I don't know about new people, but you know, whatever.
Either way, and I just want to kind of stress the unity, the humility, the realness, you know, the inclusion, the connections. You don't have to be told that you're some kind of, listen, like, don't wake up to flat earth just to be fucking bred some next indoctrination. People don't do that. Don't wake up to just go, yes sir, 3 bags full sir, to some next people. Don't do that to yourself. Don't go through the arduous journey you've gone through just for people to properly convince you to, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far into that, but what I'm going to say is this: like, the people I've come across personally have expanded my consciousness. Yeah, the way I go about my life has been affected by the people I've communicated with before I've started to make these communications. And I will big up the channels in that sense that got me to this point, because they encouraged me to be here. But now I've been here, I smelt the coffee a little bit. I've seen what's good, and I've seen the real from the fake. And unless the fake want to show themselves to be real, they're going to stay fake to me. And that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. Yeah. In my lifetime, I'm going to see this happen. If I don't, I've already said to everybody, you're going to see my children. They're going to take my place. And I hope everybody else that's out there, that's parents, their children take their place as well.
You know what's funny? I said this to somebody, person who was just on the channel, Zulu One. Mm-hmm. And when I first spoke to him many months ago, almost over a year ago, is when I met him. You know, he told me that, you know, in my lifetime, we'll probably never see the flat Earth, you know, come out. And I told him, no, I want you to retract that, you know, at this point, because now things are just out there. People know that the Earth is flat. You know, people are learning about this. Yeah. You know, whether they're coming in chat rooms or they're even saying anything at all, they know. And we're just going to continue giving the information out to people and waking people up. And that's all we're going to do.
There's never going to be enough of it. The more people that want to get out there, the more people that want human interactions, the more people that want to shout their mouth off at outside authorities, the better. They can't have
at this point, I'm not allowed out of the house, okay? Without, supervision. All right, that's how bad it's gotten right now. I mean, I just don't even want to go out anymore. And if I do, here I am talking to somebody in a car, you know, and just telling them about the flat Earth. I don't give a fuck anymore. All right, people have to fucking know about this.
Yeah.
And that's it. Bottom line. I'm sorry, guys. You know, we're not going to fuck around anymore. We're not going to talk about, you know, stockings and Madonna, you know, what the fuck she's dressing in, you know, next week. We're talking about flat Earth here, and that's what you're doing, and that's what you know, it's great you're doing this.
And I want to let everyone know in the chat room that, you know, until me and Cece get to meet each other in real person, which is going to happen, it's on my bucket list. I don't know about you.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I'm getting out there. I don't know how, but I'm getting out there.
It's going to happen. It's inevitable. If you assume any rate of progression at all, this is going to happen. We're going to meet each other in real life. This is going to, we're going to do this. And when you come out,
your daughter is meeting my daughter. I can't wait for them to meet each other. I mean,
and you know, I'd really love for us to go on a bout of activism in London together when we do that. No matter how long it takes us to do it, we'll take it out to the streets of London together. We'll go from across the ponds. You can pop off about NASA. I can pop off about the British.
Fuck.
And we can collaborate, network, and we can get together with as many like-minded people as possible, because we need to overthrow the scientific community. We need to overthrow the governments. We need to overthrow the monetary system. We need to overthrow a multitude of systems. Yeah, and it's not going to happen unless we start to move the cogs. And the cogs need to start moving. Yeah, this whole ring fencing, gatekeeping bullshit needs to stop.
No, I know. That's why it's such bullshit. I don't understand why everything just continues on like a soap opera fucking show. I just don't understand that.
Not getting,
you know, it doesn't make any sense to me.
No, this stuff's moving forward. Yeah, the evidence is solid. We know this to be a fact. Yeah, it needs to move forward. Yeah, the fact that in history it's written that Copernicus is the person that overthrew the whole fucking model of the flat earth and put the heliocentric model in there. Does everyone believe that in the first place, that one man fucking changed the whole fucking... No. But I tell you what, there's a lot more of us than there is them. There's a whole lot more of us than there is them, and we will do it, hopefully in my lifetime. If not, it'll be in the next generation's lifetime, but not if I can help it.
No, it's not going to be. It's going to be this generation, our generation right now. I'm a little older than you, obviously, but I mean, I'm just saying, look, there is no reason to continue going on doing fucking, I don't want to say stupid shows. I want to say, content and just going on and on and on and turning it into a fucking reality show. What is the point of this? Let's just get out to the people and tell them that the earth is fucking flat. Bottom line, that's it. I mean, here we are. I've got this guy right over here. I'm going to go back over and say goodnight to him. And obviously he's woken up now. One other person who's 75 years old, I mean, here you go. He's got grandkids. He's got a lot of shit, I mean, he was a navigator or something. I don't know what the fuck he was. But, I mean, he was a nautical engineer, apparently, from what he told me. Not really sure, but, who knows? If he's lying, I don't give a shit. My point is, look, I had a conversation with him, and that was it. And did you hear any of it?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
But I want to get back to it. If anyone in the chat room has any questions for CC about the interaction that he had with the guy on road, he did a little bit of, one-on-one human interaction, personal activism. If anyone's got any questions about that, by all means.
And it's difficult. I mean, it really is difficult. I mean, how you bring it up. I don't know if it's a shirt that's going to do it or a card, or something. You need something to break the ice, and that's what you need. And when you get into that, organic conversation, shall we say, and you just get going, it'll go on and on and on and on, just like it does with everybody. And Roxanne, I realize it's like 107 over there. I don't want to keep you.
That's why I thought I'll finish it. I thought I'll finish our hangout this evening on some research flat Earth, a public conversation questions.
Perfect.
Anyone
Perfect.
For us, fire away. By all means, hold no bars. Whatever if you disagree with anything that's been said or you question anything about our characters, by all means, fire away. I haven't got anything to hide. So, if anyone's got any issues, questions, or, things they want answered, more than happy to answer them for you now. I don't know if my chat is slightly delayed because I'm working on hotspot just now. So, if anyone's, needing anything answered, please let me know. So far, so CC. It doesn't look like we have an inundation of questions.
Oh, my name is Chris.
Joe.
Joe. I know.
I have to run. That's why I came over.
Hey, no problem, Joe.
Maybe we'll talk again.
I want to talk Flat Earth with you. Absolutely.
Space cadets.
Oh, we're not space cadets.
Rewrite the book tonight. The Earth is flat.
Okay, no, the Earth is flat. You want to sit inside here and talk about it? We're live on chat here.
It sounds like. And this person's from the UK.
Oh yes, she is. This is Oh yes, this is Roxanne Glen right here.
Hi.
Oh, this is Roxanne.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you too.
Did you see him?
Did you actually go see the wedding? The royal wedding. Did you go see it?
I avoided it like the plague, my darling.
Oh yeah, she's avoiding it like the plague. This is a big thing with the the royal wedding is. Remember, we
it's so nice though. You know,
I know, but we abolished the kings and queens back in 500 years. I mean, forget it. The kings and queens were totally abolished.
Anyway, nice meeting you, Chris. Nice.
Absolutely.
I bid you good night.
Okay.
All right.
All right, definitely. Excellent. Nice meeting you, man.
Someday. I'm not savvy like you are with I like that.
Oh, yeah, that's a little phone set up there.
Yeah. You have the little cell phone. I think that's a little bit more. That might be like an iPad or something.
Oh, well, it's an iPhone. Well, it's an Android, phone.
Now I have an iPad. Would I be able to do that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can.
I'm just getting on board for this.
Okay. All right.
Have a good ride on the double-decker bus.
and think about Flat Earth.
Brilliant.
I'm a little nervous right now.
Oh, don't be nervous. It's just.
I'm only kidding.
All right, I know you are.
I work with the celestial for now, but I can't dispute you. But I wanted to bring up one thing though, when we're looking out on the horizon.
Sure.
Right. Basically, what's happening though, as you keep on looking out, you're actually leaving Earth. You're going into space.
That's right.
You only have a portion of that you can see with the eye.
Exactly. So people would say that you would be.
I'll let you take my test.
All right, I'll take your test for you. I'm not taking a note of that. All right, my friend. Very nice meeting you. All right, there we go.
Wow. See? We've only been chatting a few weeks, CC, and already the public's starting to get involved. You see?
Yeah, I guess they are. That's great. All right. I'll let you go to bed. I didn't want to keep you. I mean, he came out of nowhere.
Look what can be done when you're in a public conversation in public with people. It can happen.
Yeah, exactly. That is perfect. Perfect way to end the. That's really excellent.
And if there's any questions that we haven't got to this evening, I will endeavour to get them answered by the time we go live next time for our public conversation. So for me, Roxanne in London, it is now 1:10 in the morning in London. Where is it where you are?
It's 8:12.
8:12. DC, thank you so much for taking so much time.
Oh, Chris. Roxanne, thank you.
Bring it in, man. Give me a hug, man.
I gave you a hug.
I gave you a hug, man. Okay. Until next time, darlings, and thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in this evening. I fully appreciate it.
Thank you.
Internet. We really appreciate your time this evening, and we'll endeavour to do the same next Sunday. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my darling, and I will speak to you soon. Yeah.
All right. Absolutely.
All right, sweetheart. Take care. Thank you, chat room. Take care.